Yeah, so I kind of look at the news every now and then. I'll take a peek. And I heard about the whole Minnesota daycare fraud situation. I want to know what's going on here. So, we're going to see a first-hand account. Now, Nick Shirley, I guess, is a YouTuber. I don't really know much about this guy. But, I guess, pretty famous YouTuber. Not as famous as moi. Just kidding. I am very sexy. Give me one moment. So, supposedly, this Nick Shirley guy broke the internet. We're going to see here in just a few moments. And I'm going to try to react to this video. I'm going to try to find the video first. That's going to be the main thing to try to locate. Oh boy, okay. So I'm going to look up YouTube. Oh, is Asmund Gould going to get a permanent ban? I don't know. Why would you... Dude, I'm so tired of woke people. I'm done with it, man. The woke culture just needs to go to hell. It exists more than people realize. Hopefully people understand that it exists. Huh. Give me just a few moments, though. I got to try to find... Oh, still tired. Played some basketball in the cold, and holy crap, man. I still feel like I'm thawing out. I ended up taking a shower, of course, which was the smartest thing I could do. Nick Shirley. Let's take a look. Well, first off, I'm going to subscribe to this guy, because anybody who's an enemy of the woke is a friend of mine. If woke people say that I shouldn't like this guy, then I'm going to like him, because woke people don't know anything. All they know is to be outraged without critically thinking, and I'm proud to be anti-woke. Let's get this going, though. Okay, so let's see what this Nick Shirley situation's all about. So I don't know much about the whole Nick Shirley situation, to be quite honest. But we're going to look at this from the most objective viewpoint that we can. And we'll try to be intellectually honest. So I'm going to make sure that I tap the subscribe button. Make sure you guys can see that I am subscribing to this, because this guy deserves a sub from Daddy. And let's see. I think if I center this, probably be more... What are you talking about? The Arabic... What are you talking about, bro? I don't know. I don't really give a crap. Say whatever the hell you want, man. Jennifer, do what you gotta do. Well, sort of. Just say whatever you gotta say, Jennifer. Do your thing.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going.
So this is interesting, man. This is wild, dude. Do I have the ability to give a super thanks on this? I think so. Does it let me give a super thanks? I'm going to like the video. I don't see any ability to give a super thanks. Oh, there we go. All right, let's take a look, man. Anthony Coopin, what's going on, my brony brother? What's going on, everybody? It is I, your host. We got Song. Is that Song Jones? Miriam Vidana. Thank you so much. I appreciate you as well. You are a brony brother. I think we're all bronies at the end of the day. We are all the broniest of brothers. Okay, but I appreciate, thank you for the floating heart, my brony. Thank you. My brony brothers. Everybody's a brony brother to me. So thank you for the floating heart. We're going to watch this clip. I might have to shrink the video for it to fit. That should be just about right. Let's readjust here. I'm going to readjust my pants. But I want to react to this because I've been hearing about this and everything, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know much about it. So I want to see what's going on. I'll let you, the viewers, decide. I'm going to have my own opinion on this. But you guys make up your own mind, too. It's okay. I may push back. All right, let's go. I mean, I think maybe I should start a daycare in Minnesota. That sounds awesome. Let's keep going.
What do you guys think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
I don't think anybody is enabling fraud to happen.
Hold Governor Walz accountable for this.
What was this money spent on?
What is happening? Oh my God. This is already a pretty intense opening. It's more intense of an opening than my own beehole. My God. What is happening?
Baxter, are you still up? I see you.
Oh, I'm live, man. What up?
You still down to? No, it's good. You I was gonna say Tyler was wondering if you were stopping by or not.
Well, I'm doing a live, and then once I'm done doing a live video, I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna go right down to bed and stuff, and I just decided to do one more live before bed. I'm exhausted, dude. 2 days of ball in a row, dude. That knocked me out, man. I thought,
Let's go for 3.
huh?
Let's go for 3, fellas.
Oh, I don't know if I could do 3 in a row, man. My legs are so screwed. I mean, they're okay. My legs are fine, but like I am sore up and down.
You're good. I was joking. You're good.
Yes, what do you want to say to the audience, Brony? We're live.
You're very sexy.
Damn, you're very sexy. I'm reviewing that Somali video. I'm doing a reaction to that viral video that came out about the Somali daycare that's going on in Minnesota, like I guess that fake daycare that they opened up or whatever.
How's that going?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just gonna watch the video and react to it, and the chat's going crazy. Chat's going wild.
Is that goatee coming off or?
No, I'm not shaving it tonight. But I will say this: when I do decide to shave it, though, I think I might make it a live event.
That'd be lit.
That'd be lit, dude. I might make it a live event. You know, gonna get that Gillette razor out, and we're gonna get it off. We're gonna get it off.
I was like, oh my God. Chich was like, if he misses 3 shots, he's gonna shave it off. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I missed more than that in a row. I'm pretty sure I missed quite a few shots in a row. That was the worst shooting performance of all time, straight up. But oh my God. But yeah, I'm just gonna review this video, and then I'm not even gonna be live that long. I just want to I was gonna do like an hour, and then I was like, I'm going right to bed, dude, because I am all mentally drained right now, dude. I'm just so I'm mentally gone, dude.
You're good.
I had to take, dude. I was so cold. I was so I had to thaw myself out in the shower, dude. I felt like my insides were like refrigerated. I was like, oh god, I wasn't like shaking, but I just felt so. When I was thawing out, I was like, oh, it was wild, dude.
Damn.
Felt good though. It felt kind of good. I took a hot shower and got back. I feel better than ever though, but I'm still gonna turn it in pretty early tonight. I just haven't been staying up late. I've been trying to go to bed early, get up early. Try to get up so I don't really stay up too late unless it's like the weekend. I'll stay up late during the weekends for the most part, but during the weekdays though, I try to make sure I'm doing the show, and then I take some breaks during the day. I've been kind of focusing on the show as much as possible, but, of course, playing ball in between. But, oh, man. Just tell Tyler that I'm sorry. I'm bailing out. Tell Tyler I'm sorry, man. I feel bad. I hate bailing out on you guys because it is fun to hang out with you boys.
He'll understand. It's all good.
Yeah, I know my boy gets it. My biological stepson.
I'll let it be easy.
He's the greatest biological stepson I could ever have.
I'll let him down easy.
Okay. All right. Well, I love you, boys. You guys have fun and just be brony-tastic.
Brown-tastic. Yes, sir.
All right. Later, bud.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. That's our boy, Mr. Antoine. Mr. Antoine. What Anthony doesn't know is that I have the chat logs. All right, let's watch this video.
1.26 million. What was that money spent? There aren't any kids.
Answer the question. Are there children? There's no children inside this building. Potentially the largest fraud scandal in U.S. history is taking place in Minnesota as literally billions of dollars.
Dude, this is exciting. I mean, first off, I always knew, well, okay, I can't say I know for a fact. Let's just say I've always had my suspicions. I always have my suspicions of anybody who's overly communist and overly socialist, that they usually tend to they try to get power so they can take advantage of these social systems. That's what I believe. That's what I think. Let's make sure the audio is looking good.
Have been funneled through Somali-ran fraudulent businesses. So much fraud, it could actually almost replace the entire GDP of Somalia. These fraudsters have worked hand in hand with the Minnesota government as they enabled billions of dollars to be given to fraudulent businesses underneath welfare purposes. Some of this money eventually landed in the hands of terrorist groups in Somalia like the Al-Shabaab, and others enriched themselves all at the U.S. taxpayer expense. And in this video we will break down all of the fraud from start to finish, going to the fraudulent businesses and confronting the people who are making millions of dollars from the government. And we will also be confronting the incompetent government leaders who let this fraud happen and to make...
Look at that Karen. That's a Karen. Dude, that right there is a Karen. And that, I don't know, that guy's just like, I'm just here to get paid. She's here to get paid. She doesn't care. Here's the thing about bureaucrats, by the way. They only care about fraud when they get caught. And then they claim they had no idea. They claim they had zero clue it was going on. Probably, I'm pretty sure they knew. Vacation time 247. So Anthony Kumpin is saying Walz is losing his balls, and Vacation Time is saying, so you're saying you won't be voting for Tim Walz in 2020? Didn't say that. Tim Walz is my hero. Oh, don't you know Tim Walz is my hero?
Make this happen, I met up with a man who's been doing his own investigation for years now, as he has seen the fraud firsthand. His name is David. Let's get into this and be prepared to be shocked. How deep is this fraud here inside of Minnesota?
It is far worse than anybody can imagine. You heard it's 7 to 10 billion and maybe more, and now the numbers have been revised and put out there publicly that they think it's more like 8 billion. How I got involved is that where my office is here in Minneapolis, I'm sort of in the heart of all of this fraud, and I would see these child care centers. I said, well, there aren't any kids there. It's the middle of the day, and all I see are a couple of guys standing out front smoking. And then I'd go by another daycare and I'd see the same thing. I said, well, where do these kids play? And so I started to go.
This is great, dude. This is freaking hilarious. I know I shouldn't be laughing because, like, this is like billions of dollars, supposedly, allegedly, of fraud. This is great, though. I love it. It's funny. I mean, it sucks, but it's... Would you guys expect anything less? Sometimes your instincts are just right. Oh, it feels good to be hydrated, though. I needed to hydrate, man. I was playing some ball earlier, and my God, I had to thaw the hell out. But anyway, let's keep watching. So this guy right here, basically this guy sounds like this guy's the whistleblower. I'm trying to pay attention. This guy, of course, the investigator guy. But this guy's like, dude, all of these freaking daycare centers are just set up as a way to funnel money. This is disturbing, and it's going to like these Somali gangs. Really? That's scary, man. God. I agree with Asmongold. I think we should just, and I'm glad Trump is taking action. Trump is taking action. Still not happy about Trump in those Epstein file things. I'm still a little disturbed by that. But this is crazy. Oh, the whole thing is sus.
Online and look, and I said, this place is like...
This is one of the reasons why, you know, it's so funny. Everybody's like, you should pay your taxes. You know, it goes towards roads and stuff like that. It's like, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. There's no reason for each person to be paying like 10% to 15% in taxes. Because government's a black hole. This is something I talk about on my channel all the frickin' time. That government's a black hole. It is not it's a force. It's not a force for good. But it's not a force for good. Government is simply a force. And look, is government a necessary force? Yes, but it should not be that powerful. And when government is left to its own devices unchecked, it's ran by incompetent people, first off. Second, incompetent people tend to engage in fraudulent behavior. That's just common sense. Well, most people don't realize that, but incompetent people, or I think competent people are less likely to engage in fraud. Incompetent people are more, well, it depends. But I will say this, on a more massive scale, if we were to look at the diagram, I don't have any science to back me up on this. I just have an intuition, and I can critically think about these things and look at patterns. The pattern I notice is incompetent people tend to fuck up more. They fuck up, they make bad decisions, they don't have the ability to self-analyze. It's just like the managers I had to work with at T-Tech. They did not have that ability. And they live rent-free in my mind. I'll agree. Anyway, let's keep going.
80 children, they had 0 children. Every time I went by there, they never had a single child there. Then I started to see all these transportation companies going around, and it was always a Somali driver. And I said, well, that's great. They're out there transportation, contributing, but they never had a passenger. Never, ever once. And I said, well, what is all this transportation? What are they doing? So then I found out that in Minnesota, they have something called non-emergency medical transportation. So this is going to the dentist's office, therapy, whatever it might be. And
Sounds kind of cool. At least they're maybe delivering medical. I'm trying to give them some benefit of the doubt. Truth is, I am. There's a side of me that's like, yeah, this is all screwed up. Yeah, Tim Walz is a total F up. I'll agree with you there, dude. Tim Walz is just awful. I can't stand the dude. Tim Walz. You know, I always joke I'd rather have walls in my balls than Vance in my pants, or vice versa. Hold on, I gotta check something before we watch the rest of this video. This is wild. I'm excited to watch this, though. I'm really excited to watch this because, you know me, I'm not a fan of the Democrats. The Democrat Party lost me as a voter a long time ago. I think the Democrats have become the party of incompetence, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, Nick Shirley is breaking the internet. I've never heard of this guy before until now. He's breaking the internet in Minnesota, man. Let's take a look.
I said, well, how many of these companies are there? And the research came back that there are 1,020 of them, and more than 800 of them are Somali-owned. Nobody from the state of Minnesota ever cross-checks to see if any rides were ever actually provided. All they did was write the check.
So right here we have all this paperwork.
So there's no paper trail. Oh man. Oh jeez. You know, for all those people that are saying that this whole Minnesota fraud thing is a conspiracy theory, go to hell. Go to hell, dude. You're fucking liberal. And you think Tim Walz was actually a football coach. He wasn't. If anything, he was probably a peewee football coach. And if he was an actual football coach, my God, that locker room probably disrespected the hell out of him. They probably did.
And how are you getting all this information about the fraud?
A lot of it is through my own research. And then I have some contacts at the Capitol going back many, many years. And so the data that I'm getting is 100% accurate, coming directly from research done by people at the state Capitol.
All this paperwork right here, what are we looking at?
The areas of fraud that I have numbers for are mostly related to childcare. This is massive fraud that is beyond anyone's imagination, the scope. And so, for example, there's a childcare not far from here in Minneapolis that...
By the way, I'm actually increasing the speed from 1 to 1.25. Just kind of speeds it up a little bit, not by much. It saves us all a little bit of time.
Has two childcares listed at the same address, and together they're licensed supposedly for 120 children. I have never seen a single child there ever, and I've been by that place at least 100 times.
These Somalians, these groups...
That's crazy. Here's my theory. It's either the... Maybe they're always on a field trip. You know, this makes me want to start a daycare. In Oregon. No. We'll call it a grifter daycare. I think grifter daycare would be a great name for a for some sort of daycare, right? I think it'd be fantastic. Grifter daycare, or totally a daycare, or I'm trying to think of some clever names. I can't think of anything, but if one comes up, if a clever name comes up, I will let you all know. Let's keep watching.
Are setting up these daycares, these childcare centers, getting money from the government, but there's no kids.
No kids. Never had any of them. They're all fraught with violations, and even though they have these violations, they're still in operation, and they're still getting money. And it's millions of dollars for every one of them every year.
And who's getting the money? And where are they getting the money from?
So we have a thing called CCAP. It's a blend of federal and state money. The bottom line is it's taxpayer money, so it's state money.
Take notes, you guys. CCAP. Do you guys think that the Michael Garza Show should start its own daycare? Do you think that we should provide that service to Minnesota or Oregon? Maybe both. I mean, look, I don't know which, I'm going to give you guys a little rundown here. For as much crap as I give Tina Kotek, and I do think that she's a terrible governor, by the way, I think Tim Walz is in like Joe Biden territory for awfulness, right? We all know that Joe Biden was the worst president of all time. It's okay. We can accept that. And if you guys want to think of Trump as bad, fine, whatever. But Trump, I would say, is middle of the road. He's a middle of the road president. He's like middle. He's not the best. Even though I usually say that Donald Trump's the greatest of all time, I'm pretty much exaggerating. If I'm going to be honest, I think he's more like a top 20 president, maybe top 15. Maybe. I do think Trump's a decent president, though, overall. I will say with Tim Walz, though, Tim Walz and Joe Biden deserve an award for being the worst at the positions. The worst president of all time and the worst, And Tim Walz is the worst governor of all time. Let's face it. Hey, Jim from Yager's Farm says, look at that stash. Yep. I'm growing out the goatee, not the goatsy, the goatee. Let's keep watching.
And it's federal money. And the problem is the people at the state of Minnesota are the ones writing the checks. This is kind of the maddening thing is you have daycare, so you have adult daycare, and then you have child care, and then you have health care. And a lot of these same names keep coming up on all of these different types of businesses. And then, of course, we have the transportation. A lot of those same names appear, a lot of the same addresses. There's one building that has...
Is it possible, here's the thing. There could be a lost in translation situation here. So, and like I said, I'm trying to give these Somalians the benefit of the doubt, but it's becoming increasingly tougher every single time. Gas prices are at $1.88 in Colorado, $2.01 in Oklahoma. Damn, dude, that's low gas. Currently in Oregon, it's still like $3.46. Luckily, I don't have a gas guzzler. That's a big deal. But yeah, that's wild, dude. So, to my point... I'm getting too distracted by the comments. To my point that I was trying to make here. Shit, I lost it. I think I lost my point. I have a little bit of ADD brain sometimes. Lost in translation. Daycare. Is it possible that maybe Somalians misinterpreted the term daycare, child daycare? Or maybe. English is probably their second language. It's very tough for me to... It's very tough for me to give the benefit of the doubt in this one, though. Let's keep watching. Let's keep rolling. I'm a little afraid to see what else is... Did you see the one where they're on the places? Yeah, I didn't realize that this government fraud scheme was going on in Minnesota. This is crazy.
14 Somali healthcare companies at the same address. There's another building in St. Paul that has 22 Somali healthcare businesses at the same address.
And the government knows about this?
The government knows. They're writing the checks. Yeah, the Democrats over there writing the checks. What has happened is that the Somali community is a very closed community. They will not speak to anyone outside the community and talk about what's going on within the community. They vote as a block. And so when you're a politician, you're saying, look, I've got 100,000 people in Minnesota that if I do something for the community, they're going to vote for me. And that's what it's all about, is getting the votes. And then the people here in Minnesota,
this is
hear this
sad,
term, Minnesota
dude.
Nice. I'm so sick of that term. The people here are so afraid of being called a racist or an Islamophobe. And they're afraid of their own shadow. And I don't understand.
That's because Minnesotians are pussies. Liberal pussies. Is it really wrong to say? Have you ever looked at a liberal man? Most liberal men. I'm not saying all liberal men are the same, but I will say, in most situations, they're not very masculine, right? They're kind of swarmy, kind of rat-like. My dad kind of acts like that. You know, I'm not trying to like typecast all liberal men as the same, but I will say this. There is a pattern. There's nothing wrong with recognizing patterns, by the way. It's not racist to recognize patterns. It's not sexist. It's not something phobic, whatever phobic thing you want to say. It's called recognizing a pattern. And when you see a pattern happen, that's a real thing. Okay, let's keep looking. Yeah, this is going to get bad.
This is our future generations are going to have to pay for all this fraud, and they just want to bury their heads in the sand and go on and just not worry about it. Tim Wall's saying there's organized crime in Minnesota. What did you do about it? Nothing. You got organized crime? What are you doing? This is the Minnesota law, which mandates that anyone who knows of fraud and is a state employee must report that fraud. It's Minnesota Statute 3.971, Subdivision 9. Not only that, but Walls is also guilty of misconduct of a public employee. When I look at the world as a whole, and I look at fraud, the Twin Cities is ground zero. The fraud is worse here than anywhere else.
That's wild. So this guy is basically saying that Minnesota, under Tim Walz, what a surprise. That Walz, Governor Walz, Coach Walz, baby. Oh my God. Coach fucking Walz, dude. Ooh. 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 This is so funny, man. Yeah, dude, this is insane. This is insane. I'm a little bit stumped. I'm not too sure what to think. Is any of it surprising? No. But I am insatiably curious, and I'm laughing at this because I do find it funny. I don't think fraud, by the way, me thinking this is funny is not me condoning fraud, right? I just think that they've done this so poorly. If you're going to commit a crime, can you do it at least? Can you do it at least? I don't know. I'm not going to finish that, but oh my God. If you don't want us to talk about your crime in depth, can you please make it less funny? This whole daycare situation is just it's too funny. It writes itself. You know, the old saying that the real comedy that you can find if you want to write about good comedy is just look at the world around you. The world around you is so absurd, and I live in the world of absurdities when it comes to my comedy form. You haven't seen my final form. But no, I just think that this whole thing is insane. And of course, Minnesota, of all places, has all this going on. This is wild, man. Now, I won't be able to answer all your chats, but in the chats, though, feel free to express your opinion. I will not censor you. Believe you me. That is the last thing I want to do. I want everybody to have their right to their opinion, no matter how beautiful or gross. Let's keep watching.
Ever in history, anywhere.
We're going to go confront these people. We're going to go to these daycare centers. We're going to see what's actually happening.
Okay, so we have to be careful because these people are very violent. They're exceptionally violent.
Now, with all of David's evidence.
Uh-oh, dude. They're going in. You know, how much do you want to bet that my dad's going to watch this Nick Shirley video? Well, he probably hasn't. He's probably like, oh, there's... You know, it's so funny. He keeps saying that it's media propaganda, that there's fraud in Minnesota. Yet there's an entire documentary on this, and there's a lot of evidence presented in it. I mean, this seems pretty legit. Now, you know what's so funny? It's crazy that this kid right here, this Nick Shirley kid, and I have respect for this kid because he has more balls than I do to do this. He has more balls than all of us to do this because you're literally going into liberal territory. And as we all know, that the collectivists, known as the Democrats, will attack you like ravenous wolves because they're collectivists, naturally. Seriously, it's a collectivist mindset. If you don't agree with us, you shall be punished. If you veer from the dogma, you shall be punished. That's basically the attitude that most liberals have, and I don't stand for it. I don't apologize to the liberal mob. I tell them to fuck themselves. And yeah, this is me reacting to this video is basically a middle finger to my father. I told him, I was like, dude, it shouldn't surprise you that Governor Walz, who's a total creep, and by the way, it doesn't surprise me that Trump's on the Epstein files if he is. I mean, its name's on there. It doesn't surprise me, but I'm honest about it. My dad thinks that the Democrats can do no wrong. That's where him and I differ. I know Republicans can do wrong. I know Trump can do wrong. I know he does. But I have the ability to be honest about it. That's the difference.
And so we headed out to the streets of Minneapolis to see how much fraud we could uncover in one afternoon. Where are we going now?
We're going to a place called Mako Child Care, which actually has another child care registered at the same address called Mini Child Care Center.
So we should see lots of children if there's this child care center, especially if there's two.
The two of them combined are licensed for 120.
And how much money have these child care centers received?
None of those vans had moved in 6 months. None of them. In 2020, one of them received $1.3 million. In 2021, they got $987,000. In 2022, they got $714,000. That's the last I have for that one. And then the other one, $1.604 million in fiscal year 2025. Fiscal year 2024, they got about $800,000, and in fiscal year 2023, they got $904,059.
That's crazy,
This place
dude.
right here. Yes.
We're outside of it.
Well, this is actually two
Insane.
daycares are registered here. One of them is Mako, which you see on the sign. The other one is Mini Child Care Center. And between the two of these child care centers, they're pulling in about $3 million a year. And there are no children. Every facility that you go to, the windows
This
will be
blows
blocked
my
out,
mind,
so you
man.
can't see in. There's nobody here. You won't see a single child at any of these facilities.
There are indeed no windows. All the windows are blacked out right here. All right, let's go in.
Why are the windows blacked out? That is so sus. First off, I'll never vote Democrat. Democrats lost me a long time ago. You guys, it's so funny. The Democrats always find a way to push me further and further and further away from their party. Because when I was younger, I leaned pretty liberal. Not super liberal. I was always pretty middle of the road, actually. But I tended to lead a little more, I guess you could say, liberal, progressive, whatever label you want to put on it. I consider myself an independent thinker, an independent voter. If a third-party option's available, which there usually is, they just don't get taken seriously, I'll vote for them. But if there is the threat of a Democrat potentially winning, I will vote Republican. It sucks. We do live in the lesser of two evils society. I'm not a fan. The Democrat Party has lost me, man. They say they want minority voters, and I'm about as minority as you can get. I'm German, Irish, Mexican, and something else. I can't remember what else I am, based on my brother's 23andMe. Let's just keep watching this.
And the child care center is locked. Should we ring the doorbell? Try to get in, rang the doorbell, nobody showed up. They're open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. it says here on their sign, yet there's absolutely nobody here. And this building here, right here, has generated millions of dollars, and it seems like business isn't even open right now, and it's a weekday. And if this was a daycare center, it wouldn't just be in some industrialized building. There would be maybe like a playground or something outside, or...
There's no play area for the kids. So where are the kids? Where's anybody? How can there be nobody here? And it's like this every single day. I've never seen a single child here.
This is so crazy, dude. Good for this guy. Good for this man for calling this shit out. You're a hero, dude. Good for you for calling out the bullshit. You know what's even funnier about this is if, let's say, Kamala Harris did actually become president. Let's say, right? Let's say that happened. I'm pretty sure that this would have gone unnoticed. Because liberals, I hate to say it, are all about compliance. You know the most dangerous kind of person out there? I think the most dangerous people out there are compliant people who just comply because they're told to. I'm just doing what I was told. The sad part is these people that follow the rules and comply so easily. And I'm gonna quote Asmund Gould on this. These are the same people that would have sold out the Jews back in 1942 or whatever year. They would have sold them out. They would have sold them out because all they care about is social compliance. All they care about is, what are the adults telling me? That's it. It's funny because I have Asmund Gould's same take on this. Compliant people are dangerous. Seriously. Compliant people are dangerous, especially when they're too in bed, especially when they think that government can do no wrong. Compliant people tend to treat government like a religion. It's pretty weird. And I tend to think of government as a force more than anything. But let's keep going.
In 9 years, I've never seen a single child at this building. Right there.
Oh, then now it looks like we already got the Somalis coming
Yeah,
through.
they're coming. The word's out.
Hello, is this your daycare?
No. Can you tell us why there are no children? Have you ever seen children at this child care center?
I'm not sure. I don't.
Doesn't know if she's ever seen a child here. All right, let's go to the next location.
And the fraud only gets more from here. Make sure you stay till the very end of this video to see exactly how much fraud we find by the time we are.
My God, dude. This is crazy. Oh, this is so wild, man. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button, though. Tap the subscribe button, tap the like button. I definitely want to see where this goes. We're 9 minutes and 44 seconds into this video. I am so bloody curious to see where this goes. Now, obviously, I've taken a lot of pauses and made some comments and made some assumptions. This show's about assumptions, by the way. This is an opinion show. I urge people to make up their own mind. I urge you to make up your own mind.
We are done. And before we go to the next location, I want to show you something super interesting about the flags of Minnesota.
And here in Minnesota, if you take a look at the Minnesota state flag, they recently changed it, and it very much so resembles the flag of Somalia.
Oh, whoa. Of course. Of course. Oh, my God. Dude, this is better writing than a South Park episode, man. This is better writing. I thought Matt and Trey were masterful at making fun of society. This is what's happening in Minnesota is written so well. Better than any South Park episode. Matt and Trey could even do a better job. What's happening? Look at that. This is okay. So I do see some differences. Obviously, there's quite a few differences in what we're seeing. So this is the Somalia flag. Okay, this is the new Minnesota flag. What is this? I don't know what that imagery is. I mean, I will grant it. I mean, there's nothing wrong, I guess, with having a star on the flag. But I am trying to figure out, I don't necessarily see the comparison, though.
And really quick, I want to tell you guys about the sponsor of this video, Opus Clip. What used to just be an AI clipper has now become the most powerful AI growth tool for creators. Right now, over 10 million creators and businesses have used Opus Clip to help them gain over 60 billion views. I've used Opus, and I've even had my friends use it, and it helped my one friend with nearly just 100 followers get a video up to 30,000 views. And it's super simple to use. All you do is you upload.
By the way, truth be told, Opus Clip just is a fun thing. Opus Clip is actually pretty amazing. I will give them full props on that. I will give this to you because Opus Clip, I am able to take my long form videos and I'm able to splice them so efficiently. So bloody efficiently. Makes my life a lot easier, man. Let's keep watching, man. No, I love Opus Clip, though.
Video or copy a YouTube link, and Opus will do the rest, and it'll come out with tons of viral shorts for you then to choose from. And Opus just came out their new AI editor 3.0 that comes with smarter auto framing, better virality scoring, and new captions. And I've said it before, but Opus is so simple that even my mom can use it.
And if I can use it, I know you can use it.
And right now, for you guys watching this video, Opus is going to hook you guys up with a sweet deal. You'll get 1 week free and 3 months at 50% off. All I have to do is go to the link in the description of this video or go to the pinned comment down below and use code Nick Shirley. 1 week.
Check out Nick Shirley. I want to support this guy. I think he's great. Make sure you guys subscribe to this kid. He seems really. I mean, it's pretty sure he's an adult, but hey, you know what? You got to run an ad. Sometimes you got to make that dough. I think it's great. I think it's fabulous. Let's keep going.
Free and 3 months at 50% off. And now let's get back into the video. Now we're going to the next daycare center. How much money has this one generated?
This one, in fiscal year 2025, $1,042,059.
Whoa. I saw a question. This person, Car Venture, says, quick question for you. What are your thoughts on Panda Express? I love Panda Express. I think it is one of the greatest fast food chains out there because I love Chinese food. It is amazing. Sexy, it's beautiful.
In fiscal year 2024, $1,059,078. And in fiscal year 2023, $727,336.
This next one is literally 1 block away, and this one's also generated nearly $3 million in the past 3 years. Let's see if there's any children. Let's see if any of the buildings are open. Here we go. All right, we've arrived to ABC Learning Center. All the windows are blacked out. Let's see if anybody is here.
I love the windows being blacked out. That is like, I understand if anybody has some doubts about this, about the intention of this video. I don't really care what the intention is. I don't care whether this guy is trying to make the liberals look bad. I mean, liberals are already good at doing that themselves, but this is crazy. This shit writes itself. This is, I'm not going to lie, I'm entertained. I am entertained. I love it's like, when you watch like a movie, I know this is real life, but when you like watch a movie, maybe you watch like Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13. I love the Ocean's movies, by the way. And I will say this. How cool. How fun is it to watch a potential heist, even if it's a fictional heist? But I feel like these guys could get hurt. Seriously, you're messing with some pretty... these people they're going to hurt you, man. These people are going to hurt you, so we're going to see what's happening here.
This door is locked.
And when I say the people that are going to hurt them, not Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley's an investigator. He's trying to get to the bottom of this. I'm afraid that the people running these Ponzi schemes are going to try to run him out of town or hurt him. I hope they don't. I hope they make sure he's good, because he seems like a pretty cool lad. I like what this guy's trying to do, though. I am the guy that puts mustard on his head. I'm very proud of that. Let's keep watching.
This facility is licensed for 40 children. 0 children. I've come by this place 100 times. I've never seen a child here, ever. The only thing I've ever seen is someone standing outside smoking.
What's crazy about this is that last daycare center is that green building right there. And the other daycare center right now is right here. These buildings should be operating as they're receiving literally millions of dollars.
I knocked on the door, and to my surprise, somebody actually answered the door.
Hello? Can we speak? I would like to check a child in the daycare. Can I speak to a manager? Where can I get paperwork to file for my son? I want to put my son Joey in daycare.
And after a few questions, the lady went silent.
Looks like little Joey.
That's crazy. This is so funny. Dude, I am just... I'm in a state of disbelief. Honestly. And... I'm in a state of disbelief. I'm back. This is crazy, man. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's keep watching. This is we're I've paused this more times than I can count. 12 minutes in, we're trying to get to all 43
Shirley ain't going
minutes.
to daycare here. And now where are we going?
Now we're going to Sweet Angel Child Care.
We're in the middle of a strip mall here inside of this neighborhood.
In fiscal year 2025, this facility, which says it's licensed for 74 kids, was paid $1.26 million in tax money. And there are no kids, and all the facilities are the same way, all of them.
Let's see if anyone opens.
Yeah, let's see.
Once again, I tried to find a spot for my son Joey, and they would not open the door.
I want to put my son Joey in daycare. Cuz I need a spot to put my son Joey.
Yes.
Is this your daycare center?
No, I work there. What's happened?
I just want to put a child in daycare, but all the daycare centers seem to be closed. No one's opening the doors.
You work here?
I was, yeah. What's happened?
Where are the kids?
Yeah?
It says it's licensed for 74 children. Right here, state of Minnesota. Where are the kids? They got paid $1.26 million in fiscal year 2025. It says they have a capacity.
Dude, this is crazy. Look at this guy. Oh, is he part of the scam too? I don't know. This guy might be. But dude, this guy brought the receipts. This guy brought the receipts, man. Oh, this is like blowing the lid off of it, dude. This is blowing the lid off of it, man. I'm in disbelief, bro. Let's keep
Capacity
watching.
for 74 children.
When?
Where are the kids? Right here. State of Minnesota website. You work here and you don't know?
I don't know. I was there before. I don't know what's going on.
Were there any kids when you worked here?
He's there. Kids there.
How many?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
You worked here. Okay, well then you're not of any help.
Can I put my son in a daycare here?
No, I don't know.
Can I speak to someone?
No, I don't know.
No? Yeah, I would like to see if I can put my son Joey here.
Who's your son, Joey?
My son Joey. Can I check out daycare center?
I'm gonna my son. No! You're a liar. I'm the owner.
Do you put your kid here in this daycare?
No.
There is one child in there. Yeah, I'd like to know if this is a legit business.
Me, I'm scared of you too. How can I explain everything?
You're scared of me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of your curry.
Because of my color. You said you're scared of me because of my color. Does that make you a racist?
Yeah, no.
But
No.
you said
Oh,
you're
yeah,
racist
she's a
because of my
racist.
color.
I'm not saying you're racist.
You said you're
Dude,
scared of me because of my color. That makes you a racist.
Dude. You know, I hate that. I love how other, like, cultures or races or whatever can judge me based on my whiteness. But I can't do the same thing to them that they're doing to me. How? The irony. The irony. And I don't really even, truth be told, I care more about how you act. That's all I really care about. If you act like a piece of shit, I'm going to call you some names. And that's about as much as it goes. This is crazy, dude. So Vacation Time is saying this is a paid crisis actor. Okay. I really am curious, though. Why are none of these doors opening?
So right now,
This is my
they're all
tax
getting
money.
mad because he's showing the paperwork
I don't
of this
know that.
business being registered as a business. 74 children,
I've
no
lived my whole
children.
life
He
here.
saw one child when the lady opened up the door. So now
where did
they're all
this
getting
money
mad.
go? What was this money spent on? 1.26 million. What was that money spent on? There aren't any kids.
Ask the owner. I'm the kids.
Well, then why are you talking for the owner if you're telling me to talk to the owner?
I'm sorry. I'm not understand what you're talking about.
Do you have a child here?
No.
Does anybody?
No.
Where are the 74 kids? Did you lose them? Did you lose these kids? Do I need to?
I mean, they might have. Give them a break, dude. Sometimes people lose 74 kids. I would have laughed so hard if the number was 72, though. Do you guys get what I'm trying to get at? Instead of 74. I was trying to make sure the number was accurate. But yeah, no, instead of 74, 72. Not funny? It's funny to me. Let's keep going.
Call someone? Do I need to issue an Amber Alert for missing children? Are these children missing? It's not my business that children are missing. 74 infants and toddlers, preschool.
The proof's right there. There's no children anywhere.
It's from the state of Minnesota right here.
I think we're moving on to the next location. Have a good day.
As we continue to show the blatant fraud that was taking place here in Minnesota, Somalis started following us around the city.
And now we're being followed by...
See, this is what happens. It's a mob mentality. And this is why it's tough to be an individual in a collectivist world. At least when people are becoming more and more collectivist every day. You know, America used to pride itself on individualism. Now, we tend to turn to mob mentality. We're so quick to getting the pitchforks out. We're so quick to it. This is why I promote individualism and not collectivism. I think collectivism sucks. I think it's bad. Brad. No, but it's bad. It's bad, man. It's bad for you. Let's keep watching.
By the Somalis. This is another daycare center. Absolutely no signage, and there's no footprints in the snow of children playing outside. $5 million within the past
5.9 million in 2 years. 5.9 million they received in 2 years. That facility right there.
And now we have a group of Somalis telling us in our vehicle right now.
From this daycare center, we headed over to the infamous Quality Learning Center. Which
the Quality Learning Center. Yeah. Woo! I graduated from there. I graduated from the Quality Learning. You know what I should do? I should go on LinkedIn right now. And instead of putting Marshfield High School as the high school that I graduated from, I'm just going to put the Quality Learning Center. Is learning spelled right? Please say it isn't. No way. Did you guys know? Is it leering? No. They didn't even spell learning right? You got to be kidding me. No. Come on, man. Quality Learing Center. I can't. I just can't. This is too good. This shit writes itself. This shit writes itself. Oh. I'm having so much fun with this. Like, I'm not even mad. Like, this is the most entertaining thing I've watched. It's like you know when you watch Dateline NBC, Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC from back in the day, and Chris Hansen would be like, hello, I'm Chris Hansen, and I understand that you should not be here. Quality. This is amazing. This is amazing. Amazing. Beta. But no, this is crazy. This is wild to me. I am... I'm in shock and awe right now. Quality Learing Center. Not Quality Learning Center. Quality Learing Center. That's going to be my new... You know what? I want to do a screen cap of this. Screen cap immediately. Quality Learing Center. And you know what I'm going to do? This is going to be my profile picture on social media. That is going to be... That's going to be my new profile picture on all my socials. I don't take social media seriously at all. I think social media is pretty geeky. But this is amazing. This is truly amazing. I still can't get over... If you're going to take the time to make a fake poster, can you please at least spell learning right? Let's just keep...
Actually spells Quality Learing Center on the outside of...
Okay, he noticed what I noticed. That's hilarious. Okay. Oh my God, this is wild to me. I'm going to take another screen cap of that. That's a better quality. It's a better quality. It's closer. Oh, dude, this is... I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. This is too funny. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here is the question. Do you guys think I should call them, by the way? I'm going to give them a call. I think it's important that I call them. I got to register my kid into date. I have no kid. But I'm going to try, and we're going to call this number. Now, unfortunately, the line is busy. Let's try calling again. If I call again, persistence is the key. Line is busy when we try to call the Quality Learing Center. Damn it. I was like, I legitimately wanted to talk to these people. Be like, hey, yo, I got a kid named Joey. He needs to be in daycare. No, this is crazy, though. Let's keep watching.
Sign. That's how blatant this fraud is here at this daycare.
Don't open up!
So this is Quality Learing Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center.
Don't open up!
They said they spelled learning wrong.
Don't open up!
How do you have ice here, ma'am? I'm literally a YouTuber.
Don't open up!
Ma'am, what do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
See, this is the person right here. Do you see this person? I know that she thinks that she's on the right side of history, which is funny. We all know she isn't, but she thinks she is. I don't feed into delusional people. This is a Karen. This is a liberal Karen. This is why people like her are the exact reason I don't vote Democrats. Straight up. It's delusional. This is a fake learning center. They couldn't even spell learning right. Tell me the irony of that. And from what I've seen, a lot of this seems pretty fraudulent to me. And what's even worse is the fraud has gone unchecked for maybe I don't know how long, but a decent amount of time, it appears. Dude, this lady, it's so funny. Liberals wonder, why would you vote for Trump? It's because of people like this person. And honestly, to be honest, to all you liberals out there, it's people like you. You grandstand, you make me feel guilty for being white when you're also white, and you yourself feel guilty. I don't feel guilty for being white, by the way. I'm also Mexican. All right? I'm also Mexican. I don't feel guilty for any nationality. Not nationality. I don't feel guilty about any race that I'm derived from. I don't. I don't feel guilty for being white. I don't feel guilty for being Mexican. I don't feel guilty for being me. And that's why I can never be Catholic. Anyway, let's keep watching.
Open up! We have ice!
And that's why I can never vote for Democrat, because they're basically Catholics. The Democrat Party has become the Catholics. They don't realize it. They think that they're doing the moral thing, but the villain often believes they're doing the moral thing. Anyway, they do this moral grandstand. I'm sorry, I could rant about this all day. Liberals piss me off. Liberals are the reason I vote Republican. Liberals are the reason I vote for Donald Trump. Because it's either Donald Trump or whoever this crazy biatch is voting for. All right, let's keep watching.
And what do you think about this place being licensed for 99 children
Don't open up!
and getting $4 million over the
I love how this lady...
It's ice!
$4 million in
I love how this lady's calling them ICE. It's literally an old man and a YouTuber. That is... It's literally an old man and a YouTuber. What the hell? Oh man. I just this is why I voted for Trump. This is why I'll vote for Vance. This is why I'll never vote for Democrats. I vote blue no matter who, huh? Yeah, screw you. If I vote blue, I'll probably be covered in goo, and not the kind of goo that I want to be covered in. So here we go. Yeah, I'm just down to make fun of Democrats at this point.
last 2 years.
Go away!
What do you think about that?
Like, this lady makes me want to make fun of Democrats as a whole. I know this lady doesn't technically represent all Democrats, but if anybody's looking at this lady and says, she's so brave, you're a moron.
Are you in
Go
favor?
away!
Are you in favor of that?
Go away!
You know what
You're
it-
not welcome here.
Are you-
Shame on you!
Are you in favor of...
You know what's funny? I know that, like, Democrats tend to be very anti-religious for the most part, but look at this lady. Doesn't she sound kind of like a scared religious lady? May the power of Christ compel you. Get away, demons. The Democrat Party has turned politics into religion. It's sad.
$1.9 million going...
They can't look at it through an objective lens. I look at Donald Trump, by the way, through an objective lens. I don't. I know I always say that I think he's the GOAT. I only say that to piss off liberals. I honestly think that Donald Trump's probably top 15 all-time presidents. But do you think that... I don't know. I don't know if they paid her to say this. It is weird, though. It is a very odd coincidence that this crazy lady... I don't know. Maybe, you know, Karens like this tend to only live on Facebook groups. This is an example. This Karen lady tends to live on Facebook groups, and if she hears of any sort of little disturbance in her local neighborhood, she thinks she has to grandstand and be the white savior that she is. She's a white savior, you guys. We cannot interfere with the liberal Karen's white saviorism. Let's keep rolling.
Legally, fraudulently to this business that has Quality Learning Center but can't even spell learning right on the door.
Don't open up!
What is wrong with this woman? Is that all she can say is don't open up? They're acting like... I'm sorry, these people are just trying to get to the bottom of all this fraud. Of course. Dude, Nick Shirley's the man, dude. I fully support this guy. I love this dude. Nick Shirley, you're my hero, bro. You're the man. You've seen the liberal rot that's happening, and you know it sucks. I'm sorry, this is going to be a big reason why liberals probably will lose in 2028. Now, I know everybody's like, oh, but Trump's on the Epstein files. Honestly, Trump's accomplished a lot in only a year, so I don't know.
Ma'am, we are not ICE.
I don't care who you are, you don't belong here.
I belong here just like you belong here.
Don't open up, it's ice!
You do realize that there's supposed to be 99 children here at this building, but there's no one here. This is a child daycare center.
99 children. Paid $1.9 million this year in CCAP funding. Do you know where the children are? Were they kidnapped? They run away? Where are the children? This is...
Look at that. Dude, she is like... I almost feel bad making fun of her. She's clearly a mental patient. But this is the problem. We can't, look, we can feel sorry for them, but we don't have to tolerate them, right? We can feel sorry for this person for having a mental illness, right? But we don't have to tolerate them bullying us, is what I'm trying to say. Don't tolerate bullies, all right? If people like this, if people that are mentally ill like this are bullying you, don't let them bully you, all right? Stand your ground. Tell them to fuck off.
The state of Minnesota. Right here.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley, ma'am.
And who are you with?
Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley on YouTube.
Yeah, so who are you with here?
Oh, he's just been doing some research investigating the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm with Nick Shirley.
This lady, she's calling us ICE. We're just trying to put law and order back in the streets of the United States. Get rid of all the fraud. Have you ever seen children at that daycare center right there?
Where?
Yeah, it's right there. It says the child, you've never seen daycare.
I haven't seen anybody in there.
We're going to educate you on something. So what do you think about this daycare center? They spelled learning wrong. They've received over $1.9 million this year alone, and they're supposed to have 99 children here.
I don't see it.
Have you ever seen any children here?
None at all. None.
This year they got 1.9 million. Last year they got 1.5 million of your tax money for 99 children. We just want to know where are the kids?
Right.
Where are the children?
I don't see them. I've been here since 2017. I haven't seen anybody like
Never
that.
seen a child here.
No.
The only children are in the Minnesota government, and they're running it. It's insane. I'm going to try to call that learning center.
Please leave your message for 61270240112.
I can call him.
Sorry, mailbox is full. To send an SMS notification, press 5.
How do I do that? Okay, I'll send 5.
Your SMS notification will include your number 15412.
Oh, I don't want the Somalis to have my number. Screw that. I was able to get... It's funny, their voicemail box is full. The Learing Center, it's there. This is so great, dude. I am having a blast with this. Of course. Of course. Now, don't get me wrong. Both parties have commit their form of fraud. I think look, Republicans commit fraud. Democrats commit fraud. But I swear, it's typically Democrats because within communism and socialism, people who gain power tend to abuse that power and money launder, is what I've noticed. That's a pattern. It's called pattern recognition. It's not wrong to recognize these things, okay? All right? And don't get me wrong, people in the Republican side do this too, right? It happens in both parties. I notice a pattern, though, right? It just seems to happen more with the left. Just saying. And this is my opinion. It's not fact.
Not at all.
And so you've never seen a child here for 8 years?
Nope, not at all.
And how does that make you feel knowing that this place is receiving $1.9 million?
It's disgusting. I mean, what the hell? They stealing the money. That's a federal grant, too. That's, if they get caught for that's a federal offense. I don't know. I studied law.
And do you think Tim Walz should go to jail for all the fraud that he's enabled here in his state?
That's him doing this? Heck yeah. He's got to be held accountable for this. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason what's going on here. It's simple. It's nothing there. It's a parking lot.
And look, they even spelled learning wrong on their sign for a place that's supposed to be educating children.
That's crazy. I mean, who runs it? Who supposedly runs it?
Somalians.
Oh my God. Well, where? Yeah, it's just, I've never seen nobody here at all.
So how long have you been living here?
Since 2017.
You've never seen a single child walk in that building?
No, not at all.
So this daycare center is literally just a place to traffic money. $1.9 million just this year alone. And this guy's been living here for 8 years and has never seen a single child walk through those doors. There's no windows either.
No.
And the only window they do have, the door, is blacked out.
Yep, I see that.
That is... That is incredible, man. I don't know what to say. Rampant with fraud. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is crazy, dude. Now, if I had a kid, though, maybe it would, maybe I'm judging them a little too harshly. Maybe it would be good for me to enroll my child in the Quality Learning Center. Maybe I need to change my heart and my tone on this before a Karen tone polices me. Dude, I hate tone policing so much. When somebody tries to tone police me and tells me how I need to sound and how I need to talk, fuck them. Let's keep watching.
I've never seen anybody go in there.
Within just a few hours, we nearly approached $20 million in fraud, and we headed over to George.
Oh, before we continue further, jump far, I just want to say, I realized it was stupid to put whole potatoes in there. My girlfriend was like, why did you put whole potatoes in there, basically? I was like, good call. So I ended up taking the potatoes out, cutting them into slices, and did the right thing, and it actually turned out really good. So, I think I'm going to do less potatoes next time because these were jumbo potatoes, so I should probably do maybe next time I think I'll just do one. Since I'm going to be the only one eating it. I think I should go less on the potatoes, so I could probably do 2 potatoes. I think 2 potatoes sounds pretty reasonable. Maybe 1. I still have to think about that. But, yeah, no, I love it. I love the seasoning that I got, and thanks to my mom for the seasoning, by the way. But the Learing Center, the Learing Center, I love it so much, dude. Frog Eat Frog, what's up, dude? Did you see Asmund Gould talk about this? I saw a short clip, and I got inspired to talk about this. So I wanted to react to the whole thing, because I wanted to give my perspective. And my perspective is often... I don't know if it's right or wrong, universally right or wrong. It's an opinion. But I have a good ability to spot bullshit, and this is Ponzi shit, dude. Our government sucks. I mean, well, Minnesota's government sucks. Oregon's government, I give Tina Kotek crap. Tina Kotek looks like the greatest governor of all time. Compared to Tim Mother effing Walz. Tim Walz is awful. Let's just put that out there.
Floyd's neighborhood to expose more of the fraud taking place.
This place is called Future Leaders Early Learning Center, and it's licensed for 90 children. And in fiscal year 2025, they received $3.6 million.
Future Leaders Early Learning Center. I know where I need to send my kids in the future. There's only one thing this is making me realize. I need to move to Minnesota, and if I have, if me and my girlfriend have a kid together, we're going to enroll them in either the Quality Learing Center or the, what's this one? It says Future Leaders Early Learning Center. I have high hopes about this one. Now, it's either between this one or Quality Learing Center. I don't know where my future children are going to go. But I want them to get the most high-quality daycare education possible.
In fiscal year 2024, they received $3 million. So in 2 years, they got $6.67 million, claiming they have 90 children every day of the week, 5 days a week. So let's
These people are making just about more money than NBA athletes.
And we don't even know if they're paying taxes, but we don't know where this money is going. Is it going to terrorism? Where is it going? But it's theft, it's fraud, and the reason I'm involved is I want it to stop. I care about Minnesota. I'm doing this for the people of Minnesota. I don't make a dime of all this time I've spent on this. I put my life at risk.
I love that this guy's doing that, and yeah, he is putting his life at risk. Absolutely he is. Because obviously the Democrats are going to go crazy because this guy's exposing what's called the truth. Now, that's something that's a little foreign to the Democrats, unfortunately, these days. And by the way, it's also foreign to Republicans as well. So, we all have a lot to learn. But this is wild, dude. I think I'm ready. I'm ready to... Frog Eat Frog says I should open my own edumacation center. Oh, my God. Oh. The Michael Garza University of Finance. University of Personal Finance. Michael Garza Personal... Garza University of Personal Finance. That's what we're going to call it. Guarantee Minnesota. No, it wouldn't surprise me if most of my... Like, for example, I live in liberal Oregon. It would not shock me at all if the same kind of BS, Ponzi scheme BS was happening here in Oregon. Probably more likely to happen in Cali, because Cali, I don't know which state is more liberal, Oregon or California, but it's wild. Let's keep watching this, bronies.
Several times, but I'm determined to see this through and to correct what is wrong, what is evil.
Here at Future Leaders, early learning.
Kimoy Chapman for 3. What's up, Kimoy Garza Grifter Center? I'm so down for that, dude. I am so down, dude. The Garza Grifter Center. The Garza Grifter Daycare Center. This is what we need. This is what needs to happen. I need my own Grifter Center, man. You guys have opened my eyes. Let's keep watching this, dude. This is amazing. They are calling out. They're putting Minnesota on the map in all the wrong ways. Well, in all the right ways, because they're revealing the truth. So you saw me on Feet Finder? Hell yeah, dude. I think I put my feet on Feet Finder once. Maybe. Doe53 says Garza Crypto Deprogramming and Reeducation Facility. Oh, that would be so cool. You know what I was thinking about doing is like free lectures at the library, where I go in and maybe see if they'll let me use one of their rooms to lecture the public for free on personal finance and stuff, and then I could just record myself talking. So that way, not only do I reach that audience and they can do their Q&As, but, it'd be fun. It'd be like a little webinar. You know what I mean? Stokey's Mustard says your Feet Finder page is wonderful. I wasn't aware that I had a Feet Finder page, just to let you know. I wasn't aware of that, but let's keep
Learning
watching.
Center. This building received over $3 million. Hello, how are you? I would like to see if I could bring my son little Joey here. Is there paperwork, or can I check out the daycare? No? Why can't I check out the daycare? Okay.
This is so sketch. Not what Nick Shirley's doing. Nick Shirley's actually doing the right thing. Every one of these supposed daycares, it's all a big scam. It's a money laundering scheme. So far, all signs appear to say that this is a money laundering scheme. I think more people need to investigate this. More people need to look into this. And it's not, by the way, pointing out something like this is not racist. It's called truth. This is truth. This is fraud. They are using all that money to send across our borders. This is crazy. This is the most wild thing I've ever seen, dude. This is just fraud at another level. I'm blown away, man. I just don't know what to say.
Okay, but can I get paperwork or anything to submit my son, little Joey, to come in here to daycare? We'd really like to put Joey in this daycare. We've heard great things.
Business card?
No, I would like your business.
What is wrong with these people? Business card? Dude, if you're a daycare, which you're labeled as a daycare, by the way, officially, by the way, she could just say we're not accepting any more children at this time. We're at capacity. If she was smart. But look, English is probably her second language. That is most likely the situation here. I'm blown away, man. This is why people always wonder, why would you vote for Trump? It's because of bullshit like this the Democrats pull. The money laundering. This is, it's no secret that Minnesota is probably the most left-leaning state of them all. And I hope Minnesota turns red after this. I really do. I think they should just reject Democrats in general, because Democrats are rife. What's the term? Just so much fraud. I just can't do it. So much fraud.
business card, actually.
You talk to your manager.
Okay, can I speak with somebody? Where are the children at? Are there children here today?
No.
No children?
Yeah.
Why are there no children?
Two of Mexico.
Would my son, little Joey, have friends to play with here?
No.
No? No friends for little Joey?
Yes. Sorry.
Dang it. Well, have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
So, little Joey would not be accepted to that daycare.
Joey's still homeless.
Joey's still looking for daycare.
And because little
This is so great. Dude, can I just give you, to liberals who keep telling me to vote liberal? Yeah, I'm not, it's so funny. Liberals who tell me that I'm crazy for voting for Donald Trump, I don't tell them they're crazy for voting for Joe Biden. I don't. I think that it was a bad decision, but I don't think that they're dumb or crazy. I think that smart people can make bad choices. I believe that wholeheartedly. So, the way that liberals treat people, modern liberals, I would consider myself a classic liberal, if anything. I believe in freedom of speech. I believe people should be able to do what they want. I'm really more of an individualist across the board, but yeah, I don't know. This is crazy, you guys. This is insane. I gotta let my boy Tim Smith know that I'm reacting to the Minnesota thing. Yeah, this is crazy.
Little Joey couldn't get into a daycare, we went to an autism center, as they have been popping up everywhere as a rise of autism has occurred here in Minnesota because of the government funds that they are receiving. I tried to check my son Joey into an autism center.
We've been going to a lot of these daycare centers. We're trying to find a spot for our little boy Joey, but we thought maybe we could check him into the autism center because none of the daycare centers are open. Yeah, and how many kids do you guys have at this autism center?
I can't give you a number now.
Like more than 5?
Probably, yeah.
Probably, so you don't really know?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about like the fraud that's been labeled on the autism centers here? What do you guys do think about the fraud, or how come the autism centers are popping up?
I can't answer.
What news? Are you a news reporter?
My name's Nick. We're doing a little documentary trying to find little Joey a spot to put himself in one of these centers here, because there's
So why are you asking us about
the fraud?
Like
Yeah, because we want to make sure we're going to legit business if we're going to bring our little boy Joey here.
This is crazy. I can understand if maybe one of these was if like one of these was like happening, like one, let's just say like the Learing Center, right? Let's say that one got overlooked and there was clear fraud. Okay, we'll let that go. If that's the only one, if all the other ones were legit and everything, okay, good. If there was just one, but there are all of these appear to be some weird money laundering operation. It's too creepy. And the way they conduct themselves, they act like this guy is like the devil. Yeah, this is, and people wonder why I don't like paying taxes. Because I feel like I don't like paying state taxes because I feel like the same thing is happening in Oregon, straight up.
This is not a drill spot. Yeah. But that's our number on your but this is we can't let you guys use.
Okay.
Dude, I will admit.
We're moving on to the next location. Have a good day.
As we continue to show the blatant fraud that was taking place here in
far.
Minnesota, Somalis started following us around the city.
And now we're being...
But this is we can't let you.
Okay, so I want to just say this about this whole thing. This is crazy. Why are people calling this a conspiracy theory? When it's pretty blatant that this isn't. There's a pattern that I'm noticing here. And if you can't see the pattern, You're intellectually dishonest. All right? You're intellectually dishonest. I mean that. You're not well, you might be intelligent, but you're just dishonest. I'll tell you that. You're probably an intelligent person, but you're dishonest if you can't see the pattern here, the pattern of fraud. This is pretty obvious. And I'm glad Nick Shirley did some investigative journalism. This is more investigative journalism that you're ever going to see from MSNBC, CNN, even Fox News. I'm not a fan of the mainstream media at all, as you guys could tell. Yeah, this is great. This is like legit journalism. And Nick Shirley's the man. I will say that Nick Shirley has a calmer demeanor than I would. I would not be nice. Nick Shirley's nice. I would not be. I would just get angrier and angrier and angrier after going to all these fake ass, scammy Ponzi scheme businesses, dude. This is crazy. Crazy shit. So this is absolutely fraud. Let's keep watching.
Okay, thank you. So once again, little Joey, he can't even go to daycare, and now they won't even accept him if he has autism.
And again, no kids. Couldn't tell you how many kids they serve.
After being able to provide no evidence of them actually being an autism center in a place where...
Dude, by the way, the old man, I know that Nick Shirley is doing a great job, but the old man, by the way, can we give him a shout out, please? He's exposed a legit daycare fraud situation. It says they've registered 75 kids, not a single soul in sight. They can't explain why the kids aren't there. I mean, if you had a good explanation, sure, it's snowy out or something. There's no explanation. And it's just crazy to me. I'm just blown away, you guys. I gotta take a second, man. This is so wild, dude. I love Tim Walz. Dude, Tim Walz, by the way, can we just say that Tim Walz is the gift that just keeps on giving, man. Tim Walz is the gift that keeps on giving, bro. Amazing. So DNA, if you want to run down on my channel, it's pretty simple. We're all about investing primarily. We talk about investing mainly. We're really big fans of, calling out Ponzi schemes, calling out fraud. But we like to talk about primarily the things that people should invest in, like stocks, real estate, gold, silver, that sort of stuff. Not financial advice, for educational and entertainment purposes only. But we like to educate the world about, and we like to be honest. I like to be as intellectually honest as I can be. And I don't like to fluff it up. If something seems fraudy to me, like this whole situation with the Minnesota situation, dude, this is the most fraudy thing I've ever seen. Let's keep going.
Where a child could go, they shut the door and we headed to the next fraudulent daycare center that was just around the corner.
We're on to the next location. We're still trying to find little Joey a place to go to get some daycare.
So where we're going...
Joey will never find a place for daycare. Just give up hope, bro. Give up the hope. Little Joey ain't ever gonna find a place. Oh, man. This is just too good. This is really too good, man. But yeah, we also... we really do love talking about all this stuff. We're big fans of calling out grifts. And, let's keep watching. Let's keep reacting, though. I love doing these reaction videos. I actually, especially on stuff like this, because I feel like I could really give true commentary to this. And I don't know. This is just... This is just wild to me, man. Oh, Baller Boy wants me to shout out his friend Dixon Myaz. Dixon Mayaz? Okay, cool. Well, I hope to have a lot of Dixon Mayaz then. Cool. House party, if you don't realize that this is fraud, then you are insane. Have you watched this whole video, by the way? Have you actually taken the time to see that there are no children at these daycares? Yeah. Sorry.
Going now is a place called Super Kids Daycare Center. Interestingly, this daycare center was shut down when it was called Creative Minds Daycare, and it had received $2.45 million this fiscal.
Well, Doe, the reason he's using a fake child is he's trying to see, because the only way you can talk to these people to find out if it's legit is if he had a kid. Let's say Nick Shirley actually did have a kid. None of these people are accepting his child, fake or not fake, right? Like, even giving him a form or telling them how to apply, how to get the kid to become, a member of that student of the daycare. This is crazy.
Fiscal year 2025, they had to shut down because there were so many violations, and they went and they just reopened under a new license, and they renamed the center Super Kids Daycare Center, LLC.
Super Kids Daycare. That's it. I figured it out, bro. I'm sending my future children to the Super Kids Daycare Center. I'm figuring this out, dude. Slowly but surely, man. But yeah, if you can't figure out, this is fraud. This is fraudulent, man. Every daycare they went to, or supposed daycare they went to, come on. Come on. Blacked out windows, really? God. Minnesota's insane. I don't know what... not the people in Minnesota just seem to be out of their minds. And if you don't see the fraud here, then you are insane. You are just an insane person. You're probably, hopefully, an intelligent person, but you're just insane too.
See.
So they got shut down, then started another one.
Literally the next day.
Creative Minds Daycare, $2.45 million got sent to this daycare center. We have empty parking lot. We do have a bus here. This is different. We'll see if we see anybody.
I knocked on the door. Absolutely nobody was inside. And once again,
they got a bus. That's a start, They got a bus. Okay. We're on the right track. They got a bus. Oh, boy. You guys, this is wild.
No children could be heard anywhere.
So, David, once again, another child daycare center. We have a bus out here. No one's inside.
I do want to take a look at the comments real quick. Nick, that one kid, says this is what journalists used to do 20 years ago. Absolutely. Yeah, this is absolutely... This is so crazy, man. Yeah, this is why nobody takes legacy media seriously. Why would you? No point in taking legacy media seriously. It's always harassment or Islamophobia when you call out fraud and corruption. That's true. Because it's not really. But, it's the Democrat shield is that you're racist if you find out that they're doing fraud. That's the thing. If you find out that the Democrats are doing fraudulent activities, you're a racist. And you should not reveal it. And if you do reveal it, you're a racist. And you should feel bad about yourself. Yeah. This is why I don't vote Democrat. There's plenty of reasons why I don't vote Democrat. But this is another reason to add to the list. Just keep giving me more reasons, Democrats. All you have to do is just keep doing your stupid shit.
License for over 50 kids, no children.
Oh, and by the way, before people say, "Oh, what about Trump and the Epstein files?" By the way, I am not loyal. I'm not a loyalist to Trump. I try to tell people that. I call him daddy, yes, but it's more of a joke. I do like Trump quite a bit, okay? But I also know that he's not the greatest president in the world, and I am concerned about those Epstein files. If he's on them a lot, that's pretty concerning, right? So I don't even know what to do at this point. All I know is that I'm an independent thinker. I don't really have true political affiliations. I'm pretty attracted to the MAGA movement, sure. But at the same time, I don't know. Let's keep watching.
But yet, millions of dollars every single year.
So the sign says Creative Minds Daycare. They got in so much trouble. They had so many violations that they had to shut down, and they reopened the next day under Super Kids Daycare Center. You see 3801 Portland, 3801 Portland, which is where we are.
So that's fraud right there alone.
So they never changed the sign outside of their freaking business? Really? Come on, man. Oh, man. Kemoy Chapman says, I call you daddy and I mean it, Garza. Well, thank you, Kemoy. I love you, bro. Kemoy's the man, dude. Can we just give a shout out to Kemoy Chapman, dude? Kemoy Chapman, I know you love me, bro. I know you think I'm the man. I know you think I'm sexy. I get it. I get it. I'm a beast. But thank you, man. I appreciate you. What do you guys think about this, man? Is this just insane? I mean, I guess it doesn't surprise me that much. That's why I'm laughing about this. Of course, Minnesota, with creepy, cringy Tim Walz, of course this would happen. Go freaking figure. I can spot an incompetent person a mile away. Tim Walz just breathes incompetence.
Millions and millions of dollars, and again, the kids are missing. Where are the kids?
You'd think if they had the same address, that whoever's inside or working at the Capitol here inside of Minnesota would just say, oh, maybe that's a red flag.
They just write the check. Human Services, they got to clean out the whole bunch. They're the ones who enabled this fraud. How can you not look and say, wait a minute, these two are registered at the same address?
On top of all of the child care centers, that's just only a small piece of the fraud. What other fraud are they committing here in Minnesota?
So another major piece of the fraud is the home health care industry. Where we're going now is a building that has 14 Somali-owned home health care companies in the same building.
14 of the same health care.
What? Whoa, 14 healthcare companies in one building? Oh my God. This is freaking ridiculous, dude. Yeah. House party, I'm part Mexican. Stop calling me. You know, I bet, here's the thing, house party. You want to call me a racist? Fine. I don't really care what you call me because it doesn't matter. Nobody listens to woke people anymore. Nobody. We don't care about woke people. We don't care about your opinions. We don't. We don't apologize. I just refuse to apologize to woke people. If somebody tells me I need to apologize for the things that I think and the things that I say, I do tell them to F themselves. F themselves. Because I'm sorry. I don't live to care about your opinion of what I have to say. In fact, I live to tell you to fuck yourself. If you deserve it. Granted. Yeah. Why, house party, if you were as race conscious as you pretend to be, you would realize that Garza is a Hispanic last name. I am 25% Mexican. 25% Irish, 25%, well, it's 25% Mexican, 25% Irish, 25% German, and then like 25% some other bullshit. Anyway, it's a mixture. Anyway, but my grandpa actually came from Mexico, so now you know.
Care companies in one building.
14 home health care companies with different names in the same building.
How bad has Tim Walz managed the budget here inside Minnesota?
So the last biennium, we had an $18 billion surplus. This biennium, we have a $6 billion deficit. That's a $24 billion swing in one biennium. How in the world can you burn through $24 billion in 2 years? This is how, right here. This is a huge part of it.
And so would you say a lot of that is fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Absolutely. I would say better than 90% of it is absolute outright fraud.
And a large percentage of this fraud is from these healthcare companies that are charging the state millions of dollars while they actually aren't providing anything. In fact, the FBI just did a raid a few days ago.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is, House Party, quit saying that we're all racist because we're calling out fraud. It's not racist to call out fraud. And I believe there's a lot of fraud, not only on the federal level, but on the state levels as well, in different places. I believe Oregon, the state that I'm in, I would not be surprised. It would not shock me at all if there was fraud abundant. Let's keep going. This is crazy, man. This is crazy.
On a building similar to the one we are about to enter. Inside of this building, there were 14 of nearly the exact same businesses offering the exact same services.
Right here, you have a list of all of the healthcare companies. Loads of them right here. We want healthcare.
No, it's okay.
Yes, we'd like to speak about getting healthcare here.
No.
Why can't I get healthcare here?
No, wait.
Warning, you are under video surveillance. No trespassing, security, armed.
What is this? Dude, this is so weird. This really is weird. I mean, they want... It was so funny about these Somalian things that's going on, right? Is if you don't want to look suspicious, why... You know, like, people look at this video. Most people with a clear mind will look at this video and think, dude, this is sketchy and this is fraudulent. Why is Minnesota allowing this? Where are the checks? Like, do they have anybody who really goes by these places and actually checks these places out? No, they don't. Because, like I always say, government is the home of the incompetent and home of the incompetent. Only incompetent people tend to work in government. I don't have faith in big government. The bigger the bigger government is, the more problems that arise from the government. Because government is a force. It's not meant to fix all your problems and make your life better. Ugh. I mean, this is all crime. What we're witnessing here, I mean, this Nick Shirley guy has basically exposed a crime. And I hope that this video gets spread. It's already been it's already gone viral. It's been 4 days, and this video has 2,392,070 views. I'm very proud of that. Hell yeah, dude. Go, dude. My man, let's keep on looking.
This is the strangest place I've ever been to get healthcare. Just a bunch of different places. Healthcare here, healthcare right here. Another healthcare company right here. There are 3 health.
Ooh, I want to go to 7C. I think 7C is going to give me the best healthcare. I have a feeling that 7C, if I walk through that door, I'm going to see Tim Smith naked on the bed. No, we're going to see all of you guys are probably naked in room 7C. Yeah, that's what I think.
Healthcare companies inside of this building right here in this room of 7C. Now we have another Helping Hands, Home Care LLC, another healthcare company. Present Help right here. We're looking for the best rates of healthcare here inside this building because we have so many options. Who can we talk about getting the best healthcare?
I don't know.
No?
Sorry.
All right. We will not get any healthcare here. David, this is one of the stranger places I've ever been. Literally, healthcare every door you go to, yet nobody will give you a rate. How much money do you think's been funneled through this building?
Every year, I would say 50 to 60 million at least.
And finally, we were accepted into one of the daycare centers, and they actually took down information to give us.
No way. They found a legit daycare center? They did it, dude. They found a legit daycare center. Yay, dude. Nick Shirley did it, dude. Out of all the ones that they went to, they finally found a legit daycare center. Took them long enough. This is crazy, man. Little Joey is finally going to have a daycare to go to. Thank God. Let's see. Let's take a look here.
Us a rate. However, when we left, we were then met with the police.
I received a complaint that someone mentioned your description. We're in this building harassing the individuals who stay here.
Oh, we're checking.
They weren't harassing anybody, man. You're harassing. By the way, this cop right here, look at that gaze. Look at the gaze he's giving Nick Shirley, though. He's like, I'm going to be liberal on your ass. Yes. God. This is crazy, man.
Yeah, the rates for healthcare. Because there's 14 healthcare companies inside this building, so.
Well, that's not what he said. He said there's 14 companies here, and he's trying to assume because they're Somali providers that everyone here is fraudulent.
Okay. So
he's here with some kind of like propaganda.
No, we're just checking.
This isn't propaganda, man. This is legit. How is this propaganda? He's exposed quite a bit of BS so far. And this seems pretty much like BS to me. Not what Nick Shirley's doing. I'm talking about all these fake-ass businesses that are basically getting government money to do fake-ass BS. It's money laundering.
This is a area that we're allowed to enforce trespassing ordinance. Is there any other reason that you guys are here?
Well, we were checking rates.
No, he's not.
We were checking rates. We asked for rates.
No, you're not.
Okay. I'm gonna have, if you guys are all good, we're gonna step outside and we can continue this conversation.
All right, let's leave. So, all right, we're getting escorted out right now. The police have arrived. We were checking out the rates, seeing what was happening inside this building. No one would really speak with us. We did go inside the one daycare center, and she actually did give us rates for childcare. Much respect to that lady. What's the problem, officer?
Well, so again, we've been getting reports from multiple individuals that you guys were harassing individuals who work here.
Yeah, of course. They're going to get reports of harassment because obviously all the people that are working in this stupid fraudulent building are going to say, oh, this guy is doing terrible things. We all witnessed it. Honestly, there's a camera that they probably don't have surveillance cameras in there. But dude, it's pretty clear that he's exposed a lot. I do not, by the way, I just want to let you know, I don't trust anybody from Minnesota at this point. None. In Minnesota, mark my words, I could be wrong. This could be enough to turn Minnesota red. Shockingly. I never thought I'd see the day that there would be something so absurd. I don't know. This is insane.
At the end of the day, this is private property, and it's one that people are allowed to ask you to leave, and it's also one the Minneapolis Police Department is allowed to enforce trespassing ordinance at this address.
Yeah.
So
as we got escorted out of this building, the Somalis filmed us as we left, and we headed over to the next building.
These guys seem so proud of what they're doing. It's because they know they're being fraudsters, and they're like, "Oh, we got this guy kicked out." Dude, he already exposed you guys for being fraudsters anyway. You guys are going down. You're all fraudsters.
Building that had 22 of the same home health care providers operating from inside of the building.
Right here you have multicultural home care. And right here it says it's open, but can't even get in. Another Reliance Recovery Center. Mercy and Grace Care, Inc. Right here you have Den Eritrean Youth Development Association of Minnesota. Another child care center. Welcome to Bright Beginning Center. But what do you guys think about the fraud that's taking place here?
Also, guys, don't forget to tap the subscribe button. More subscribers we get, the better. We're trying to really up the subscriber count. And we're trying to increase the count. We're trying to have more subscribers. So more subscribers, the better. We're really trying to reach a good subscriber goal. We're getting really up there. So I want to thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button, though.
Here in Minnesota.
Sorry. No comments. Can I please?
Right here you have Serenity Quality Care. All of these businesses are literally the same type of business, providing the same service in the same building. Another Convenience Home Healthcare, Aid, Inc., and Child Friendly Space. All these companies get money from the government. Why would you have the same company essentially inside of the same building, door to door? Right here, Queenly Home Healthcare. It just does not make sense.
He is noticing an interesting pattern. Now, I know sometimes they say, a pattern does not always equal causation. There's a lot of data so far. And By the way, I'm going to say it again. I've said it a million times. I've been glazing this dude's meat the entire video. But that old man who brought the receipts about these fake daycares, this is crazy. Like, this is... Tim Walz, man, dude, you're something else. I'll tell you that. You are something else, bro. This is crazy, you guys. This is wild. We're almost done with this. We're 31 minutes into this. This is the most fun I've had reacting to a video, though.
Sense if you were trying to operate a business, you'd want to have less competition. But here, they have all of their competition right next door. We're wondering, because we hear there's lots of fraud taking place here in Minnesota, and we're wondering, why is there so many of the same companies inside of this same building?
No, I don't know that.
What do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
I don't have any idea about that fraud, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
What do you think about the news articles and what's being spread on the news about the fraud?
Right now, you are doing something wrong.
I'm just asking you
No, you
about
don't
the
have to
fraud.
ask me, okay? Don't ask me that question again. Okay?
Okay. Who can I speak to? Who can I speak to? Okay. As soon as you confront about the fraud, they get angry. When these people have...
It's interesting because... First off, and this is what... I don't know if the people who own these businesses, who I firmly believe are fraudsters, if they don't want to be perceived as fraudsters, why don't they just, you know what I mean, try to debunk it? Honestly, if you get angry and then you slam the door, all of them have done the same thing to this Nick Shirley guy. What's really crazy about this is it's not warranted for them to do this to him. Like, if you guys were I give kudos to the lady that talked to Nick, by the way. The one Somali gal that talked to Nick, that was amazing. But she was like one out of like hundreds. There were hundreds that just weren't willing to talk to this guy. And it's insane. It's like, it's just... Yeah, I just, it's stuff like this that makes me, I'm basically vote blue never. Never vote blue, no matter who. Because if you say you're a Democrat, you basically just say that you're a socialist at this point. You say you're a communist and a socialist, you like collectivism and all that BS, is what you're telling me. So,
have these home healthcare companies, you're seeing them everywhere inside this building. What kind of fraud are they committing?
So there's false documentation being submitted to the state of Minnesota for services never provided. They're having forms signed in advance for services that were then never rendered. As far as a year or 2 years in advance, they'll have someone sign these forms at one sitting, and then they just file those with the state of Minnesota, and nobody from the state of Minnesota bothers to check that those services were ever provided.
So they're essentially just using people, saying that they had these services provided months or even years ago, then filing the paperwork and then receiving money from the government.
Right, and the Somali community is a very closed community, so everybody's in on it, and they don't want to talk, as you can see.
And for this building...
Yep, it's a collective effort, man. Hey, you know what? Kudos to the Somalis, man. Kudos to the Somalis for getting away with all this for so long. Bravo, dude. Bravo. By the way, collectivism sucks. Socialism's a bad idea. So is communism. It's not worth implementing because it's already been implemented in several different countries. Socialism and communism suck. Individualism's the way to go. I like capitalism. Capitalism's pretty tight. Say what you want about capitalism, but honestly, capitalism has pulled more people out of poverty than socialism. Socialism and communism create poverty, whereas capitalism actually brings people out of poverty. Now, there will still be people in poverty. It's not perfect. But let's just say that it's a happier society. I noticed that the more capitalistic a society, the happier it is. And capitalism's not greed. In fact, it's the opposite. It's providing a product or a service and getting rewarded for it. It's called incentive, and all human beings have it. Communism and socialism pretend like incentive doesn't work within humans, and they try to reprogram humans in a way that just doesn't work. Human nature prevails every time. That's why communism and socialism does not work. Capitalism does. Anyway. Anyway, Minnesota sucks.
I'm going to give an estimate of around $30 million for how much fraud is taking place. That is a very low estimate. However, still a lot of money in fraud.
And do you think there is fraud taking place here?
I don't know. Yeah.
Do you have any idea what any of these businesses are doing?
I never ask.
And now, with upwards of $100 million in fraud, we headed to one more daycare. And this one gets a little spicy as we get chased out at the very end. And after this, we'll be heading to the state capitol to confront the incompetent government leaders who have enabled this fraud to happen.
And I knew this video.
This is the part that I'm most excited about, is him going to Capitol friggin' Hill and confronting these incompetent Karens that live and breathe the taxpayer dollar and allow for this fraud to happen. This is huge, man. I admire the Somalis for pulling off. This is better than Ocean's 11, 12, and 13 combined. Those are great movies and those are works of fiction, but the Somalis have pulled off something even greater than what George Clooney could have done in those movies. It's amazing. This is amazing, dude. Maybe this is Ocean's. Maybe they're filming Ocean's 14. The Rise of Somalia.
Video was going to be super dangerous to film.
This is amazing.
Obviously how hostile it is, and as we are exposing legit fraud happening, I did get security for this video, and I was able to do it through the Black Line Guardian. And if you guys want to help fund my security in the future, you can go down to the link down below. They're not paying me to say any of this. They came and decided to help me out for this video. So you can go to Black Line Guardian, the link down below, and click Guardian for Nick, and those funds will directly go to my security and future videos as we are exposing lots of things happening, especially with this fraud.
Hell yeah, you guys need to get this man security. We need to get this man security, dude. Blackline security, dude. Hell yeah. Dude, I'm so excited. It's time to expose Tim Walz for the monster he is. Let's go.
Like I said, they're not sponsoring this video. I'm just giving them a shout out because of how they helped me. So go down to the link down below, click Guardian for Nick, and let's keep going. And now we're going to the next location. Now, this child daycare center, this one's different than all the other ones we've been to. Tell us about this one.
This one is different because, according to the state of Minnesota, this 312 West Lake Street houses not one, not two, but three child care centers and is licensed to hold 102 children, and in fiscal year 2025 was paid $2.66 million by the state of Minnesota.
And this is the building right here. So this building alone made $2.6 million. Let's see if anybody's inside. Now we're inside of the building where there's apparently 4 child care centers.
We met this lady and we followed her to the back of the building where the daycare was supposedly at.
So right here we have 2 child daycare centers. We have the Minnesota Child Care Center, and then we also have Nuna. Between the two, $2.66 million. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Why are you flooding?
Yes. We would like to know.
Well, it says we're trying to figure out 102 children. Is that for this facility?
What is the name? Why is it?
It's from the state of Minnesota website. It says you have 102 children here in your child care.
Which child care name is a lot of.
Minnesota Child Care right here. It's from the state of Minnesota's website. We're just wondering where the children are.
Where the children are?
Yeah, where are the children? It says you have 102 children here, and you got $2.66 million this year in funding, and $2.5 million last year. We're just wondering where the kids are.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley.
And where are you? Which department?
Oh, we are from ourselves.
Yeah.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going. Look at that. Shut us down. Where are the children at? No children inside of this daycare center. And look at this daycare center.
You know
right
what's
here.
so funny is like what these people don't realize. The people who slammed the door just now and closed it on Nick is they don't realize how guilty they look. Now I don't believe it's like I want to give these people the benefit of the doubt. I really do. But if they're not willing to even talk to Nick, I can't give them the benefit of the doubt. I just assume at this point they're guilty. And so does the rest of America right now. So if they obviously it's wild. There's no level of actual desire of interaction, right? This is crazy though. And to all the Democrats out there who are denying this and saying that this is some sort of like that this is fake, it's pretty tough. This seems pretty real to me. And what Nick is doing is he's doing real investigative journalism. Now, I know a lot of you guys who watch MSNBC, Fox News, and CNN don't know what real investigative journalism looks like. What Nick Shirley is doing, and because you guys have never seen this, he's doing what's called actual journalism, and he's doing a hell of a job. I love this. This is great. He's exposing corruption. This is what journalism's all about, and I am proud of this kid. This kid's inspiring me. I might go around and see if there's any corruption in the town of Coos Bay.
No children inside of this daycare center, but between those buildings, over $2.6 million. We were just curious, where are the children at? Do you know where the children are at? Where are the children at in these daycare centers?
I don't care.
How can these childcare centers have no children?
I don't know.
There's $2.6 million inside these businesses that were given by the government, but there's no children to be seen anywhere. People deserve to know where their taxes are going. If these companies and these daycare centers are making upwards of $2.6 million and there's no children to be seen anywhere, something fraudulent is happening.
It is pretty sketchy. It just seems super sketchy. What these it just doesn't seem right, you know? Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty fraudy.
Happening, and that is not make you racist, Islamophobic. This is just the truth of what's happening here in Minnesota. If there's a bunch of white people doing the same thing, we'd be talking about the same issue. This is just fraud at unprecedented levels here inside Minnesota. It's actually very concerning. Where are the children at inside of these buildings? They're nowhere to be seen. Millions of dollars are being sent into these daycare centers all across Minnesota, and there's not a child to be seen.
I think what's sketchy is just how much they cover up all the windows, right? They don't want you to see what's going on inside. Isn't that a little bit weird? Isn't that just a little sketch?
Seen anywhere. Here's another daycare center inside the same building.
It's just you have to ask at this point because every place they've gone to is clearly a sketchy organization. And if they want to not be labeled as a sketchy organization, they would maybe reveal some information, maybe have some interest in getting a Nick's fake kid enrolled. Like, whether Nick's kid is fake or not, they should be willing to talk. They should be willing to talk to this guy. But it all seems pretty sketchy to me. Not what Nick is doing. I think this just seems...
We don't want you to be videotaping anything.
Where is all the money going for if there's no children at these daycare centers?
Sir.
Yes.
I told you, please leave.
Yes, we have a question though. Where is the children at these daycare centers if there's millions of dollars?
Ask the local government, yeah.
Oh, we've asked. We have the paper here. So we're wondering where the money and where the children are at. We have the paper right here. Come here.
Who are you, first of all?
My name's Nick Shirley.
You don't have any permission to record me, period.
Can we talk outside?
You don't have permission to record.
She doesn't have permission to record me?
No, you cannot stop people on the street and question them.
We can ask.
You don't have any permission.
Where are the children?
I will sue you. You don't have...
See, the way they all react, dude... The way this is crazy. And if people are calling what Nick Shirley is doing propaganda, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. You're an idiot. You're just an idiot. If you think that what Nick, and maybe it is propaganda to some degree. Is he pro-Trump? Most likely. But the evidence is in our face. And it's looking fraudier and fraudier and fraudier the more we go through this. So let's ask the question, can these people who are running these businesses prove to some degree that they're real businesses? I don't know. It pisses me off. I mean, at first I was laughing, but the more I dive deep into this, I'm just like, this is crazy. This is insane. Minnesotans are brain dead.
Any permission? We have nothing to do with this. You understand?
Then are there
so leave. Please leave.
Are there children here?
Please leave.
Where are the children? $2.6 million for a daycare center.
You ask whoever you think is doing that. You don't know what you're talking about. So leave.
Tell us what's happening here then.
I said leave.
We're wondering what's happening.
We are not a child care. We are nothing to do with it. We're common people walking. And
yes.
You are.
We're not accusing you. We're asking where the children are at.
Don't ask me anything.
We're not accusing you. We're asking the daycare centers.
I am not going to answer. You have.
Where are the children at?
Leave.
We just want to know where are the children.
Who you work for?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Who do you work for?
I work for myself, Nick Shirley.
Okay, what are you recording?
We're wondering where are the children? $2.66 million for
You're not talking
the
to
Minnesota
right
Child Care Center.
You're not talking to the right person.
Are there children that come here? Answer the question. Are there children?
I mean, he's clearly not the. I will admit, this guy is clearly not the right person to ask. But I will admit, it's. I would have just, if I was Nick, I would have just ignored this guy and been like, "You're a loser. I'm gonna keep recording unless like the police throw me out or whatever." Like, that's what I would do. I'm not saying that's what anybody else should do. But then again, I'm not much of an investigative journalist. I'm a react tuber. I will admit, this whole situation's very intriguing to me. I don't know what to say at this point. I'm like, fuck. It's blowing my mind, man. Blowing my mind. My God. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button, though. The more subscribers we get, the better. So the subscribe button is in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Tap that subscribe button. Make sure you're simping. Make sure you're pimping. Let's keep going.
There's no children inside this building.
I don't know who you're talking to.
That's just a simple question. Where are the children at? David, they won't even answer. We asked him. Plain and simple. Where are the children? Do children come here?
This is why I've had my life. I've been attacked twice. Once with a knife, and the other time I was jumped last Saturday.
Dude, why would somebody threaten? I mean, this guy's old. He clearly... Ugh. If you get attacked for asking legitimate questions by the same group of people consistently, physically, that blows my mind. Oh my God. I could have been little Joey. They could have made me Joey. They could have put like a little hat on me and be like, "I'm Joey. I want to enroll in your daycare." I don't know why I sound like a Southern guy. "I want to enroll in your daycare, son."
By 3 Somali men, simply for asking questions about what was going on. And they're very, very violent people. They do not like this fraud to be exposed.
After giving this man plenty of opportunities to answer the simple question, where are the children, he called the cops on us and we headed to the state capitol where they're having a meeting about...
Oh, dude. They're heading to the state capital of Somalia Soda. I'm not gonna call Minnesota anymore. I'm calling it Somalisota. Let's see. Hold on. Somalisota. We have officially renamed Minnesota to Somalisota. I love it. I'm okay with this. Shouldn't you guys? Tim Smith says he is going as a Somali daycare child next Halloween. Hell yeah, dude. This is too funny, man. Honestly, I'm just getting sometimes reality tells a better story. This is why reality TV was so popular. Because if it's something that's real, it's usually better than what you can write. Seriously. Sometimes reality, like these journalistic stories, really are beautiful. I love this shit. This is real investigator journalism. This is real investigative journalism. And I want to start a daycare in Minnesota now. I'm inspired. I want to start a daycare in Minnesota. I think I'll do it. I decided I no longer want to live in Oregon. I want to start a daycare in Minnesota. And the only child that'll be enrolled will be my boy Nate Dogg, Tim Smith, and that's it. We're just going to have and then Nate Dogg and Tim Smith and I, we're just going to do KY wrestling. We're going to do KY jelly wrestling together. It'll be fun. But Nate Dogg says it's a brony stream, dude. Absolutely, dude. Let's see. Tim Smith says 4th and 1 for the Super Bowl. I'm calling a 32 Somali daycare. Oh, man, that's the legendary play, dude. Tim, that's a legendary play right here. Tampon Tim costumes may be popular next Halloween. Absolutely. 100%, dude.
The fraud to confront the state representatives and people in the government who have enabled and let this fraud happen. Inside of this committee, a Republican representative showed charts showing exactly how this fraud has been committed and who is profiting and connected.
Look at this chart, dude. Holy crap, dude. This is the Mecca. Look at that, dude. This is wild. This is fucking wild. Like, this needs to blow your mind, man. This really blows my mind. I mean, okay, let's just say this. I'm not really surprised that something like this would happen, but I will admit some of the finer details are shocking to me. Yeah, I mean, it's run by Tim Walz, the most incompetent governor of all time. He is the Joe Biden of governors. He is the Joe Biden of governors, straight up. Tim Walz is. Let's take a look here.
All the dots. And while the Democrat representatives looked into the abyss, one of them spoke about how none of this is building trust and how this is a nonpartisan issue. So I went and confronted her after that.
He has some very valid questions to ask about what's going on here in Minnesota. And do you think this fraud
I don't know who
crosses?
you are.
My name is Nick Shirley. Do you
Nick Shirley in the house, dude,
think this
my
fraud
boy.
is Republican or Democrat, or just facts that fraud is happening?
I think the fact that
Because
you talk about it as a partisan issue
because that's what I heard you
shows
talking
me-
about. That-
I know what I said is that
because
what we're talking about
we want to build trust, but fraud is fraud. So why should we be enabling fraud to happen here?
No, I don't think anybody is enabling fraud to happen.
Hold Governor Walz accountable for this.
Okay, sir.
No. This
Sir,
is not.
sir.
When are you going to hold Governor Walz? No. She is a representative of the state of Minnesota. Yes or no?
Excuse me.
Yes. Are you?
If you're going to talk to me like
Are you
that,
the state? I'm a disability advocate.
I heard you, and
get
we've got a chance
overstimulated.
to testify.
Thank you for testifying today.
No,
This is great, man. Oh, man, I'm serious. This is like, you can't, look, as somebody who loves the Oceans movies, like Oceans 11, Oceans 12, Oceans 13, I love those movies. I love George Clooney and I love Brad Pitt. I love the fact that they're doing a heist at a casino and whatever, you know, it's sexy, it's fun, and I love it. But at the same time, I'm Chris Hansen, Dateline NBC. But but like this level of fraud is even crazier than the stuff that they write in fiction to some degree. I'm pretty sure there's, other things, but oh man. I love how, you could tell that the state representatives are aware of this shit by how they talk, how they respond to people who have legitimate questions. These people have legitimate questions. They want to know, why the hell is so much freaking fraud happening in my state? I bet if I tried to do this stuff in Oregon, I'm sure there's fraud run amok in the state of Oregon. Wouldn't be surprised. Because Oregon's trying to copy California in so many ways. Tim Smith says Ocean's 69 3D starring Tampon Tim is the next Titanic. Ooh, juicy! Oh my God. Makes me want to wear a man thong, dude. I want to wear a man thong so bad, dude. Real Gaza, dude. Real Gaza. We're almost done with this, man. We only got 2 more minutes left.
Ma'am, the facts are the fact that fraud is happening here, and it's not a nonpartisan issue. How come you think fraud has been able to happen so much underneath
I think
the
if you've
government
been
here?
listening to our hearings, we've had now 10 hearings on this, and so there's.
I love how defensive she is. We've had 10 hearings on this. It's like, okay, you've had 10 hearings on this. Okay, did you guys look at any of those buildings? Did you go to any, here's the thing about these people in Minnesota. And the one thing that sucks about most government workers is there seems to be a level of incompetence. And incompetent people tend to not listen to competent people because they don't know what competence looks like. I'm going to repeat that again. Incompetent people tend to not realize what competence looks like. It's the truth. And people like this governor, no, I wouldn't say governor, sorry, she's like a representative, my bad. She's like a representative of the people. I don't know her exact position. But people like this are the problem. This gal, this lady. And, you know, she could at least try to answer Nick's question, which is legitimate, by the way. At least try to answer it without being a condescending bitch. That's all. That's all. That's all we ask. This is why I don't vote Democrat. You know, and I'm not really a political guy. I really am not. Now, I'll look at stuff like this because I think it's funny. But I will say, I mean, Democrats, you want me to have you want my vote? You're never going to have it. You'll never have it. I would rather vote for Donald Trump again. Yeah. Even though he's most likely on the Epstein list. And yeah, that pisses me off. But honestly, Democrats and Republicans alike, they both are fraud. They do fraudy shit. It seems, in my opinion, based on patterns, it seems like, yeah, just the left. The left wants me to vote for them, but I won't vote for them. I can't find it within my heart to vote for them. I will vote third party or a Republican candidate before I vote Democrat. Straight up. I'll vote third party. I will. I hope Andrew Yang runs as like an independent, because Andrew Yang ran on the Democrat ticket, but I think Andrew Yang needs to realize that the Democrats, nobody takes him seriously, and the Democrats have become a major punchline overall.
There's really good data from the people who both work within the administration as well as who, both Democrat and Republicans. I think what you heard today is that the Republicans who control this committee are not actually interested in solving fraud. What they're interested in is telling a story.
This fraud has happened underneath Democrat leader Tim Walz.
There has been Medicaid fraud across the country under Democrats and Republicans. There's fraud within the Trump administration. We have is fraud.
Okay, I actually am happy that she's taking the time to talk to this guy, though. At first, I thought she was just going to dismiss him and then run away. Granted, I'm actually going to give her some points. She seems to be wanting to talk. Do I agree with her? No. I think that she's trying to dismiss everything by saying the Republicans want to paint a story. I'm sorry, Nick went on the ground. He went to these different daycare centers. And it doesn't seem like they're doing daycare activities, to be quite honest. And he, even though he did pretend to have a son, his son Joey, his pretend son Joey, trying to get him into these little daycares. They weren't even trying to talk to him. If they were a legit business, they would at least give him a little bit of time, even like 3 minutes. And only one gave him time to talk to him. So it seems pretty fraudy to me. Minnesota, you got a lot of explaining to do.
Private providers have made government a mark. And so every person running government, Democrats or Republicans, are dealing with the issue of how to keep fraudsters out of our public payment. We're also dealing with veterans. We're dealing with consumers. I hope you're looking at that. If you look at United Health, currently is being charged with defrauding Medicare. You know who runs Medicare? President Trump. Medicaid fraud is a 50-state issue. And so, again, it is not a partisan issue. There are Democrats and Republicans who are sitting in that committee talking about it. But what you did here was the Republican chair say she's not turning information over to the one person in government who can stop payment. And I hope you print that. Thank you for coming today.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Well, you saw what happened
the
there?
state of Minnesota that we live in, and these politicians are just walking off, thinking it's okay Tuesday, and they want to go visit the Trump, they want to blame the Trump administration. We have Democrats blaming ICE. I'm tired. My people are suffering. I'm scared.
Okay, this guy's being a little overdramatic, but I get his sentiment, though. I get this guy's sentiment. And I agree. I'd be dude, honestly, if I found out this level of corruption was happening in my state of Oregon, I would be pissed. I would be pissed. Without a doubt. And it seems to me, I'm an outside observer, but my opinion, my observation, my pattern recognition that I see is I think this needs to be looked into further. And I hope other people bring their cameras and try to understand what's going on at these places. Because it seems pretty sketch to me. I want to contact the Quality Learing Center again, though. Let's see if they're open. Look, I gotta register my buddy Nathan to this daycare. What? Just trying to reach them. Hold on. Server unreachable. Oh man, they're probably getting so many calls. The Quality Learing Center, they're probably getting so many freaking calls. Man, this is crazy. Go Nick, man. Kudos to you, Mr. Nick Shirley. I made sure I subscribed to your channel, man. I know you don't really need my subscription, but hey, I encourage you guys to subscribe to this guy. He's doing real journalism. This is more than the mainstream media does. This is why I can't stand the mainstream media, by the way. MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, they're all shit. The mainstream media wants to keep you stupid and fearful and afraid. This person wants to expose a scam. I like what Nick Shirley's doing. Seems like investigative journalism. I was listening to that gal who's talking to him. I don't know what to think about it. I do think that if I were, obviously I don't have all the details, but I will tell you what, all signs point to fraud. All signs point to fraud, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure anybody with a nonpartisan lens, by the way, and I am looking at this through a nonpartisan lens. I was really actually listening to that gal talk to Nick. And, I was trying to listen with an objective mind. It's possible maybe she's not aware of the level of fraud. Maybe she thinks that it is just a Republican scheme. But from Nick Shirley's investigative journalism, I think it revealed quite a bit. Quite a fucking bit, dude.
I heard from my little brother. My people are suffering, and these people just walk off. We have a governor who fucking doesn't care. How many more people are gonna freaking die? How many more people are gonna go homeless? And how many more people are gonna be trafficked in our freaking system?
Well, let's look at these stats real quick. Hold on.
More people are gonna go homeless. And how many more people are gonna be trafficked in our freaking system?
Okay, so it says right here, in day one, we uncovered an estimated $111 million worth of fraud. That's quite a bit of fraud. That's crazy. Damn. It is time to hold corrupt politicians and fraudsters accountable. Amen to that. And on both sides, by the way, I'm not just blaming the Democrats on this. This shit probably happens on the Republican side too. And not just probably, it does. But I will say this, if I have to go with the lesser of two evils, I go with the Republicans because I do figure I figure that they are the lesser, straight up, of the two evils. He's saying it is time to reclaim our cities from corruption and illegal fraudsters. Yep. Subscribe for more videos. Yep. That's So to all of you who are telling me that this is fake, can you guys enlighten me, please, on how what Nick Shirley did was fake? It seems pretty legit to me. What, are you guys going to gaslight me and tell me it was all AI generated what he did? You guys can gaslight me, that's fine. Go for it. Tell me that I shouldn't believe my lying eyes. Seemed pretty fraudy to me. That's all I'm saying. I just don't know how anybody can look at that and tell me that it isn't fraud. It seems pretty fraudulent to me. And it's frustrating that, and by the way, tap the subscribe button if you guys can. More subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one. But look, this is wild to me, man. I think what Nick did is impressive, man. And by the way, congratulations, Nick Shirley, for doing what you did. And that was a very interesting investigative piece. Very worthwhile, by the way. That was very fun. It's pretty interesting. Oh, you can call me a cherry picker all you want. I did look into the Epstein files. I did use ChatGPT to look into it, obviously. And I do plan on doing a more deeper dive into the Epstein files. I want to actually react to some of CoffeeZilla's findings in the Epstein files. And yeah, I won't be surprised if Trump's in there. I won't be. Because I know he's not a perfect person. I know he does some shitty things. And I will be pissed if he is doing anything that is terrible and illegal. So I don't know. I figure, like, you know, it's funny that Nick was doing real journalism from what I could tell, and yet, you know, it's like all these people in Minnesota want to appear legit. If they want to appear legit, the best thing they could do is stop acting so shady about all this. It's just stupid. It's just wild. But kudos to you, Nick. Thank you very much, by the way, for doing what you're doing, man. I think what you're doing is a gift, and it exposes the increased corruption. It does. Make sure you guys, like I said, make sure you guys tap the subscribe button, though. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you. The whole thing's wild, man. Hunter Biden sat down with Sean Ryan for 5 hours. First off, Sean Ryan, I don't know much about him, but I'm not a big fan of Sean's interview style. Second, I mean, he seems like a pretty good guy. Don't get me wrong, I'm just not a fan of Sean Ryan. I think Sean Ryan's an interesting fella. I just don't like his interview style. But listening to 5 hours of freaking Hunter Biden, dude, that just sounds awful. The guy's just a no good crackhead, man. Just pisses me off. Sins 2345. I'm not answering that question, bro. But yeah, no, as somebody who doesn't really who's here to make fun of the world for how ridiculous it can get. But yeah, this is this is just fraud. It's just fraud. It's just what it is. But the real people at fault here are the lawmakers. Let's face it. There's clearly no checks and balances, and what, are you going to tell us not to believe our lying eyes? It's like, come on, man. I think Minnesotans are, after seeing this, are going to rise up, and they're going to demand more answers. As they should. Because Nick went to those different facilities and found sketchy shit. It was just sketchy. The whole thing is just sketchy. It blows my mind. It really does. So, say what he did was unethical or racist or whatever. It's like, it's just dumb. What he did was he exposed garbage. He exposed crap. Through the night forever, through the night we ride until dawn is in sight. But yeah, I don't know. I just blows my mind. And I don't know what to think, man. I don't know what to think, bro. But what Nick is doing, man, this is pimp, dude. All right. I'm going to take just a quick one. Just going to chill out for a second. I'm just going to step up real quick. Yeah, no, this is basically what the channel usually is. And I decided, no, I don't need to do muster. I just need to react to shit. I don't need the gimmicks. Although I do like to do the gimmicky stuff every now and then. It's fun. But yeah, this whole situation's wild, man. It's opening people's eyes. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. More subscribers we get, the better. Helps the channel grow. Quite a bit. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys tapping the subscribe button. Like I said, it helps. Every little bit helps, man. So I appreciate you all, man. You guys are amazing. Yeah, I love it, man. Yeah, Nick is doing better shit than what I am. I just make fun of liberals because they're just annoying. Majority of the time, not all. Not all liberals are annoying. But it's the in-your-face liberals that I know it all. I know it all because I'm liberal. And I have the moral high ground. Ugh. Give me a break. Yeah, my beard is pretty gay. It's a ginger beard. And, yeah. It's kind of a sexy goatee, though. It's not bad. I don't really look right with a beard anyway. Oh, 6'7". Yeah, hey, sad. You gonna gift me a 6'7"? Give me that as a gift. It's the only gift I need, dude. 6'7". It's time to rise up. Take back control. Damn, this is so crazy. We're on the right path, man. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way. Ooh, there ain't no other way. Baby, I was born this way. Baby, I was born this way. Hey, if you guys want my attention, gift it out, dude. Give me the gift so you can help support the grift. Now, I appreciate you guys subscribing, though. I really do. Means a lot. The greatest gift is you tapping the subscribe button, man. All I want for Christmas is you. I'm selling you love. No, I'm just kidding. The only thing I'm selling, honestly, I don't really sell much. I honestly do enjoy helping people, though. I like helping people realize that they need to treat cash as the enemy, and that I believe that people should use cash to buy assets and hold on to those assets for dear life. That is what Daddy believes in. That's what Daddy wants. That's what Daddy needs. Thank you for the gift, Lauren. Make sure you guys subscribe to Lauren Cross for the gift. Thank you. This is not financial advice, by the way. I just love talking about personal finance and investing at a high level. And when I say high level, I just mean investing a lot. In diversification, man. Diversification gets my rocks off at the end of the day. This is about how big my wiener is. That's about how big it is. Too tiny. I have a tiny dong. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button, though. Not only do I need you to subscribe, I need you to subscribe, yeah. But kudos to you, Nick, man. Kudos to Nick Shirley for calling out the Minnesota government. Seriously, man. Nick Shirley, you earned... I subscribed to you immediately, man. You're the GOAT, dude. You're the GOAT. Dude's a beast, man. I love Nick Shirley. He's like my new favorite YouTuber because he's actually doing real investigative journalism. Unlike half of these crackpot mainstream media companies like MSDNC and CNN and Fox frickin' News. I consider Fox News and MSNBC to basically be the same piece of shit. Yeah, I just enjoy investing, man. And it's not financial advice, just for education and entertainment purposes only, just for fun. I really have a good time. I really just encourage diversification and hope everybody has fun with it, man. Yeah, this is cool, man. I love how everybody's just like really interacting in the chat. I'm up a little bit later than I expected, but you know, we have so many viewers coming in. This is kind of a good opportunity to talk to everybody. But yeah, Nick Shirley breaks the internet in Minnesota, man. Our homie Governor Walz, dude. Has Governor Walz betrayed our trust as fake Minnesotans? I don't even live in Minnesota, but it doesn't surprise me that that sort of fraud is happening there. Would not shock me if that level of fraud is happening here in Oregon. And by the way, this can happen in states that are blue or red. This can happen in those types of states. But it seems to be more prevalent with the left. What do you know? And when you try to call them out for what is happening, they just call you racist or sexist or something ridiculous like they usually do. And fine by me. Call me what you want. I really don't give a shit. But here's the thing. I don't think people really, at the end of the day, like being told what to do by woke people. I think woke people piss people off. I don't like the woke shit. I think it's dumb, man. I think woke leads to fraud. Fraud leads to suffering, man. I'm the man. Now who's the man? I'm the man with the plan. I'm the man. I don't give a damn. I'm the man. Ooh. Am I a Christian? I would not really consider myself. Look, I'm not Christian. I'm not Islamic. I'm none of them. I'm not really a religious guy. You know, do I believe that most people who are in religious, like, I don't like church. I don't like groups of people. to be honest. I don't like being in a group. Let's just say I don't mind being in a group. I don't like actually being associated with a group, if that makes sense. Technically, I'm associated with Americans. I am in America, so I guess in the sense I'm in a group, but we are all individuals here in America. At least I hope we still are, but maybe we're not. Tylord says, Dad, I'm drunk. Can you make chicken nuggets? My man, dude. Well, I'm honestly about ready to go. I stayed up longer than expected. I feel like I'm dragging ass. Took a little sugar in. Probably shouldn't have done that. No sugar. No sugar in my butt. It's time to rise up. Take back control. It was pretty dope. It was so funny. Earlier, I was playing some basketball. But before I had to play basketball, I was walking around, getting my walking, getting my exercising, right? And I have to go to the bathroom because I have to take a massive number 2. So as I walk into the Coney station to take a fat dump, my dad's there drinking with his friend Haney, which is hilarious, dude. I thought it was great. I was like, oh, Hainster, my dad, what the hell are you guys doing? I was like, I would stay and drink a beer with you guys, but honestly, I got to go play some ball. But yeah, I was walking around, and closest place, I mean, Seven Devils is closed on Tuesday, so I had to go down to Coney. I'm not the biggest fan of the Coney station, but so I went down to the Coney, took my dumper. I had to take a dumper. Fat dump, dude. It was hot. You guys would have appreciated the load. Happy poop, yum yum. Anyways, love y'all, and God bless whether you're religious or not. Yeah, I'm not much. I wouldn't say like I believe in God. I just don't think we as human beings have the ability to determine God's intent. You know, even the people who claimed that they knew God's intent, I feel like I don't think they fully did. You know. I love the stories. I like the Bible, though. The stories in the Bible are very interesting. Even if you don't believe in Christianity, I think it's good to read those religious texts because it gives you kind of an insight into the minds of people back then and the types of stories they told. Muhammad, that's a pretty good joke. I appreciate that. But yeah, no, I think it's great though. Whether people believe in, intelligent design or chaotic design, I don't know which one's right or wrong. So I don't try to. I mean, I do try to understand the nature of the universe, but I don't think anyone really truly can. All right, you guys, I am actually burnt out. Make sure you tap the subscribe button. If you guys can, definitely please tap the subscribe button. It does help the channel grow. Give me a moment. I just gotta check. I am kind of curious about the subscriber count right now. Hell yeah, we just reached 5,560 subs, man. We're killing it. We're kicking butt. We're getting more and more subs on this channel, which is fantabulous. But yeah, I felt it was necessary to talk about the whole Nick Shirley thing in Minnesota. I might do another video on it tomorrow. I might actually look up videos where other people are trying to talk to these like Somalian business owners, right? To get a gauge. I don't know why this person wants me to kiss the camera. But no, I'm all about Trump. Oh, well, I'm not. I'm all about Vance. I want Vance 2028, but I do want to see what Trump can accomplish, and I do hope that Donald Trump is successful in what he accomplishes. And when I say successful, I mean making America great again. I think that people are going to look back at the Trump presidency, and I really believe this, and they're going to see it as a good thing. Maybe. The Epstein files are a big blemish. I'll admit that. I don't know if he'll be able to recover from these. I do want to see America successful, though. Jeffrey Epstein, man. But yeah, make sure you guys tap that subscribe button. But yeah, no, tap the subscribe button. Make sure you guys do that. We need more subscribers desperately. We're not desperate for subscribers, but we try to get them. We want subscribers. We want simps. Preferably pimps, but we understand if you's a simp, then you could still try to be a pimp. But make sure you tap the subscribe button, G-Dog. Oh yeah. Tap that subscribe. You know it. All right, you guys, I'm legitimately tired. I'll catch y'all later. I'm going to probably try to get up early in the morning and do a morning show of some kind. I've been trying to do that more often. So I'm going to try. My goal is to get up at 7. So I'm going to probably... Let me set my alarm, because I feel like my alarm is just set far too early. I was trying to get up at 5, but I don't think that's possible. I think, theoretically, I think 6:05 is too early. 6:30, 6:35, 6:40... 650. There we go. Multiple alarms. The Anthony Joshua story, I've not heard of that yet. That's crazy. But yeah, make sure you guys tap that subscribe button, though. The more subs we have, the better. Here on 93.9. No, I'm just making up a random number. But no, we really trying to increase that subscriber count. So whatever you guys could do, tap the subscribe button. Tap the like button. Yeah. We got a lot of subscribers on this particular video, and I want to thank everybody who subscribed, everybody who watched, and it means a lot to me, man. It means a lot to me. I got a great looking beard. What can I say? I know you guys are jealous of my sexy beard. I know my goatee is super sexy. It's a ginger goatee for sure. Because I grow a ginger beard. But bye, Mr. E.T., my man. Oh. Jeez. That's wild. Did he survive? That's awful. Man. All right, I am tired. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.